cool here, love. No marketing, BS money side price wash. Synth quiz and news. So sit back, relax. Enjoy your favorite crew. Synth Geekery show. Synth Geekery's where it's at. So join the channel and come on for a chat.
Hey, how everyone? Welcome to Synth Geekery, episode 319, streaming live from Perth, Western Australia. G'day to all of you guys on the other parts of the world. Hope you're having an awesome Synthy Saturday. Today's show, we have got a heck of a lot to get through. We have got actually a breaking news article that we need to get onto as soon as we hit the news segment. So make sure you don't miss it, because a lot of people will be dropping their jaws about this particular one, and it's something that I discovered by accident, so nobody knows about it unless you kind of have sneaked into my studio and watched what I've been typing. Anyway, but let's say g'day to everybody who's joined the show. We're going to have a delayed guest coming in about an hour's time, but we've got Chris, we've got Ian, we've got Daren, and I don't know if you guys know, but my name's Ranzee. So big hello to everybody. If you're new here, jump in, if you're live, of course, jump into the chat, the YouTube chat, the Twitch chat, the Kick chat, the Trovo chat, the Facebook Live, wherever you're watching from, jump in and say g'day. Pretend you're an Aussie for 5 seconds. It's good fun. You know, say throw a shrimp on the barbie, mate, or something like that. Anyway, this is actually a synth show. We're not going to do Crocodile Dundee renditions. We might do it with synthesizers.
That's not a knife. That's not a kick drum.
Anyway, I thought we'd start the show off today really quickly, just by reminding people that we are a free volunteer community synth service for you guys. It's not being paid. We're not commercially supported. I wish. We don't get given free synths. All this stuff that you see here and behind Chris and behind Ian and behind Daren, we've had to, just like you guys, we've had to pay with our own coin. You know, that's probably good for you guys. It's why we're all poor. But that's probably good for you guys, because that means that we're going to give you our user similar to you opinion about things, and hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Hopefully that's exactly what you're looking for. And do we have a lot of stuff in the news segment this week? Ask Chris next to me, because he's seen them. Is there a lot of stuff in the news, Chris? There you go. There we go.
Replete with embarrassment of riches.
There we go. Indeed. But before we do that, why don't we say good day to these guys? Why don't we start with Daren? Daren, how's your week been?
Good day. It's been wet and busy. Wet working, busy in the studio. It's just been a good week. Just been writing stuff. I've got a track that'll come out tomorrow because Chris is on it. Unfortunately, or fortunately, whichever way you look at it.
Apologies
it was
in
completely
advance
by accident because yeah. But I was writing for another big live set. I've got that many live sets now, but I don't get through them all. But yeah, this is a massive live set. This is sort of full on stage sort of live set, even though I'm not playing any stages yet. But as it happened, Chris fell into one of the tracks that I was writing, and I thought, this is quite interesting. So I'm going to put that out tomorrow. I don't think he hurt himself. He did say a few things though. So I thought, I'm going to put that out tomorrow. And I've noticed not managed to do anything on Bandcamp for a while. So what I might do is I might work out some of the YouTube tracks that have been fairly good and put them in as a sort of small album. So it'll be like a YouTube album. So I might get around to doing that because I've just not had time to do anything on there. I've got that many albums that need to be written. So yeah, that's been my week.
Fantastic. Well done, Daren. Looking forward to the track, by the way. Okay, across the inn, just down the road a bit from Darren.
Okay.
How are you, mate? How's your week been?
G'day, how's your Barbie? Put another shrimp on. That's a very Yorkshire
Yeah.
Australian accent. I'm sorry. Apologies to all Australians that I know.
It's endearing, Ian. Endearing.
Oh, thank you. What have I been up to? So I've been working on songs for this. As I said last week, we've got a new band, but we didn't have a name. We've got a name now, so I'll tell you the name. But I've been working on songs. We've got a set of 20 minutes to do with Louise, the singer. So I've been revamping some of my older songs, shall we say, and some new ones, and a cover in there as well. The band name is called Look Stranger. There has been other bands called that in the past, but there aren't any bands called that now until us, really. And the reason for the Look Stranger is because we're both from York. So I've come all the way to Somerset to find a girl singer from York, which is just completely bonkers, isn't it? And the Look Stranger reference is a York reference. I'm not going to say any more than that. So those of you that want to go and find out can do. So I've been programming the Korg 2, which is a pain in the neck, if I'm honest, to program that thing on that tiny little screen. But also programming the TR-8S, because I might use that. Released the audiophile radio show this morning. That's full of songs from the Aesthetica Short Film Festival new music stage, which I am going to next week. It does mean that I probably won't be here next week. I was hoping it was going to start at 3. Sadly, it starts at 2, and I don't know whether I'm going to be able to make it for the first hour, but I'll let you know in the week runs.
No worries.
If I definitely can't do it, but I was hoping to come for the first hour at least, but we'll see. I'll see how the week goes, and then let you know. That's pretty much it, really. Nothing else on the excitement front. We've had no sewerage problems. That's all sorted.
Wow.
Although two men did turn up with a camera and said, we want to go and look at the sewer. And I went, well, it's under our patio. And they went, oh, so do we have to dig up your patio again? I went, yeah, but your guys put it back. And they went, oh, no, we'll go somewhere else. So they went to another house and looked at it from somebody somewhere else. So that was, so that's my week.
Yay.
Glad to be here as always.
Awesome to have you. Awesome. Heading over to Chris. Chris, how's your week been?
Hey, not bad, mate. Not a bad week. Not a hell of a lot to report. Just working on my DIY kit for the 402 mixer. Written the actual instructions and the pictures. It's finished. I just need to actually put one together, take some photos, and then put it up on the website and see if any fish bite. I'd really like to resolve the shipping of DIY kits to America, but I just haven't got any more info. But yeah, that's still something I really want to fix, but I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. It's still a mystery. Apart from that, doing a bit more work on the remixes, Rants, so they're still coming along. Did a bit of software development, finishing off some stuff that isn't finished. Apart from that, just helping out around the house, doing all the usual things. I cooked some stuff this week. I cooked some kebabs. So there you go. That's my good deed for the month.
Yay. Well done.
Oh yeah, it's not hard. Yeah.
Now, when you say kebabs, do you mean the ones that are wrapped with the...
No, shish kebabs.
Or
So
do you mean the ones
actual
on the
honest
skewers?
to God.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm talking about the ones on the skewers, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. As I said, it's pretty easy to do.
Yeah.
It's just got to marinate the meat in enough stuff. They were beef kebabs, so
Nice.
we might do chicken next time. So buy something in a packet, put it over, marinate, come back to it, put skewers on it. Every second one. Of course, because it's by me. I had to make sure they were all symmetrical, and that the sequence of vegetables and meat was exactly the same in each single one. And it got to crisis point at the end when start running out of ingredients. Anyway, that's probably just me.
We're going to have to do a cooking show, I really think.
Well, yes, involving crumpets.
Can we have a cooking segment? Yeah, I've got a cinnamon bun here. Actually, can we talk about that?
I dare say everyone here is much better cook than I. because I'm only learning to cook in the last 5 years. So, you know,
I am a trained chef, you know.
Ah, I've seen you
I
cook
did
up
give
quite
it
a
up.
lot of good, interesting stuff, Ian. But I don't know if it's food.
No, but I did train as a chef when I was a 16, 17-year-old, and then gave it up.
Good.
So
Cool. So we know who to
have
to say. So you're cooking, Ian.
I'm very rarely in the kitchen these days. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
Changes it all. You know?
Yeah.
But, I have an opinion on
Okay.
the Great British Bake Off, which you guys probably don't get, but
I've watched
because
it.
pastry was my speciality.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
okay.
The cooking show.
Be
It's
quite
already happened.
Probably quite interesting.
Yeah.
Yep, that's it for me.
Yay.
Apart from that, I don't think there's anything else I did. Nothing blew up. Everything's still in the studio. There are quite a few modules looking at me saying, you haven't played with me for a while. And I'm going, oh, I'm sorry, I'm busy doing music and things. So they have to wait.
It's funny
Over to you,
when
Rance.
it's funny when they talk back to you, isn't it, Chris? Right.
All the time.
Fantastic.
In
Well,
my sleep.
I thought what we'd do today is I thought we'd say a big thank you to everybody who is channel members. There they are. If you can't read, I feel sorry for you. And patrons, of course. There we go. Big thank you to all those guys. Now, you guys can be one of them if you want to and get your name in lights. And that is all you have to do. It's probably about $2.50 US or something a month to be a YouTube member. It's not very much at all. Patreon, you can even be Patreon member for free. There is a free version. Don't know what that gives you, but better to do one of the sort of lower member paid versions. But there's plenty of stuff, going back years and years and years on Patreon. So do check that out. I can say that in the next few weeks, there will be some really cool things popping out on Patreon, and also the members of the channel will get access to it as well. So it is worth getting in before, as they say in the classics. Right, we are going to get stuck into the show. We're going to start off with a bit of quiz. Hopefully you guys will enjoy the quiz this week, because you will find out in a sec why you'll enjoy it. For the fact that if you do guess what the actual synth is, in this particular case, you have bragging rights. And bragging rights are always good, especially around town. You can go up to people and tap them on the shoulder and go, just a stranger, and you can go, hey, I guessed the synth quiz this week. And they'll look at you and go,
Yeah,
piss off, mate. Right.
you can go, look, stranger.
There's your first clue.
Sorry.
G-force. Ooh, what could that be?
Ooh,
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I like this one.
DW6000.
There we go. Not G-string in, G-force. Right.
Yeah.
Let's do that. It could be a Halloween special show, but I'm not really... To be honest, guys, I really friggin' hate Halloween, and I'll tell you about it later in the Saturday scenario section. We are going to do Funny Side. Yes, here we are, Funny Side. And this is actually a bunch of memes. If you guys don't know what memes are, I'm sorry, I can't help you. Google it. But these are synth related. And starting off with this one, this Electron Digitone is my most frequently used machine. Now, I think JX3D sent this in, and I've just added the caption on the bottom. I love it though. It was a really good photo. Yes. If you can't work out why that's funny, once again, please see the previous comment. Right, this one. Synth players using the most expensive setup you've ever seen to play the most annoying song you've ever heard.
Robbie!
Hey, that's not
it's not a
Eurorack.
doorbell.
That's not Eurorack. Sorry,
No,
I can't
that's
help you
easy.
there.
No.
Oh,
No,
Ian, are you feeling left out? Ian?
6U.
I'm never left
Moog
out. mate.
format.
Oh, there I am.
There you go. Don't feel left out. All right, here we go. Next. Round 1. Fight. Oberheim versus sequential circuits. Apparently, the economic difference between Oberheim and sequential circuits is that sequential made more profit. Boom, boom. There we go. What a great meme that is, hey? Anyone played Street Fighter back in the day?
No, before my time.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was doing Donkey
Kong.
Kong.
Street Fighter's
Yes.
a great
I
game.
I couldn't afford Street Fighter. Well, I couldn't afford to put the coins in the machine.
Yeah. Love Street Fighter. Anyway, keep going. What else we got? There we go. For those people who want Halloween theme, there we go. I'm not
That's
that
lovely.
mean. There you go. There's your Halloween meme for the week. But let's move on quickly because I don't like it. Next is this one. It's in a different language, but can you guys work out what's going on here?
It's an AI-generated post from Mazda based upon a car, which is a CX-60 model car. And
What
the
language is
AI
it?
said, oh, I know what that looks, I would say German.
German or
That's-
Dutch?
Oh, it could be Dutch, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, actually, the name sounds more Swedish or
Could be Swedish,
Danish.
Danish. Anyone want to guess what language that is in chat?
Well, it says SE, so Sweden.
Sweden. There you go.
Swedish.
There you go.
CX60.
So this was actually real, and someone actually pasted it into synth memes. And yeah, don't rely on AI, people.
AI to generate your image, yeah.
Unbelievable.
You'd use the text, it created an image.
There we go.
Yes.
Memes done, people. Let's release the poll in YouTube chat only. Sorry, guys, for in the other platforms who are watching. I can't. I don't program the bot. The bot's released. Anyway, vote for your meme in YouTube chat. ! Vote, space, and the number that corresponds to your favourite meme this week. 0 being the dusty digatone. 1 being the complex patch, maybe. 2 being fight your Street Fighter. 3 was the Halloween, don't vote for that one. And 4 was the Mazda. Here we go.
See if I can get it right this week then. I'll actually get the instruction right. There we go.
Lots of examples to follow in. We're all
Yeah,
showing
I waited on purpose.
Who wants to be first? Oh, shit, it was me.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
We definitely have a leader. I mean, it's obvious. You
Actually,
can see
wasn't
it
it?
in
It
the
was
chat.
Marky. Sorry, Marky, you were first.
I'm just looking at the people that are voting for things. I like, definitely, who do I like in chat right now? Marky's good.
Me, for a start.
Marky's a good
please.
guy. Definitely like Marky.
One of those memes had rants written all over it.
Yeah, I definitely like Marky. Marky's the best guy in chat right now.
Yeah, I thought so.
Of course.
All right,
So
let's...
not me
I
and
thought
you,
it was
Chris.
yours.
We're
Yeah, I know.
Well, JX3D's ego will literally be coming through the roof right now because
Oh,
let's stop the poll.
yes.
And the winner is
absolutely.
the Dusty Digatone was the winner this week, guys. Good
Because we're all
job.
guilty of it.
Good job. All right.
Good job.
So there you go. Meme of the week is the Dusty Digatone. Do you guys want me to show that again?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, it's worth savouring because, I hope I never have any equipment that gets quite that dusty. It would if I was out its root for 6 months and didn't dust. Definitely get that dusty.
All right. Well, it was that was the meme.
Yeah, that is
you go.
quite bad.
Yeah. Yeah. If you leave it under, like if you've got stuff lying underneath desks and stuff, and you forget about it, that's when you can get sort of dust collection like that.
Yeah,
I had
a few spiders.
Could be, yeah. I had a Novation controller that I left under a desk for about a year, and I pulled it out and looked at it and I went, wow.
Wow, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
never been cleaned under that desk there, has it?
Yep. That's the problem.
Yeah. That's why you should probably
I get the same thing here.
clean your studio out at least once every 4
Yeah,
months.
kind of pull everything out and layers.
Dust it. Yeah. Yeah.
I put things into storage. So this stuff hasn't been used for months. Now that these 2 keyboards, but they were put in bags in the garage. So
Yeah. Tend to
go.
put anything that I know is going to be put away for a while, I tend to put it in a plastic bag now. Like a Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
Darren, does the missus get in there and with the feather duster and give it a little spruce every now
That's a
and
bit personal, isn't it?
I know. Not a chance. You can't even move in this studio. It needs to strip down and not a restart. But I think this half of the stuff's unwired now. Everything's just like picked up, put down to one side, and then I go, oh, I'll get back to that later. And then
Fair enough.
before you know it, nothing's actually talking to each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
I use one of these.
They're on their own. Yes.
That's my
Nice
duster.
shaving brush.
Yeah.
Yes. What Ranzee is using. Me too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They're a bit finer than mine, actually.
Yeah, they don't scratch. But I got a paintbrush here as well that I use. Right, let's get into news because we have got a lot to get through, guys, in news. And the breaking news is coming, but it's not at the start because it has to wait in turn. It has to wait in turn for all the other things that happened during the week. And I'm not going to reorganise my schedule of news just because something breaking comes out. Isn't that right, Ian?
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
right. Let's start with
We have a schedule.
the first one. Why don't we start with the first one? What do we got here? The Atrium by Whimsicalraps. Okay, I'm butchering the names. Hey, that's what I do. That's what I do on the show. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, but that's what happens. I butcher names.
Raps, yeah.
Whimsicalraps. There you go.
Yes.
I can read. Right, we should
Raps,
probably get the
the name
YouTube
of
video
the
lined up,
tabs.
Rans. I didn't do that at the start. Have I logged in? Yes, good. Okay, good. Oh, we're not in the right channel. I hate YouTube. Right, now we're on the right channel. It's going to reload and it's going to play it again. Of course you are. Okay, right, we're up. Sorry, I was just getting myself ready. The instrument that you can see in front of you is described as a kind of synthesizer where playful gestures meet dynamic systems. There you go. So you got, what do you got here? 5 voices of analog synth, each shaped with harmonic energy with 3 core timbres, sub-octaves, noise, frequency modulation, formant synthesis. You've got a spectra, which is a resonant tone shaper, which has 3 analog bandpass filters and 2 BBDs, Chris, in feedback.
Lovely.
You get deep modulation system, everything mappable to everything else, polyphonic LFOs and contours and external MIDI and CV. You have gesture recording. You have 5 recorders which capture interactions, variable playback, quantized lengths, and linked timing. You have patch storage. You've got hardware connectivity, MIDI, USB-C, USB-A, which is a host, USB-C, which is a device. You've got CV inputs, which are plus and minus 5 volt protected, 2 plus and minus 12 volt. Interesting. And it's got a nice, interesting polycarbonate and aluminium enclosure, which you can see there in the photo, with mechanical key switches and capacitive touch, or I should say capacitive multi-touch plates. And it gives a 3-year warranty, but that's not all. There's a video. And I don't know why the video is not working because there's a new form. Why is that not working? There's a new format. Oh. Why is that not working? Okay. There is actually a new video format that's come out. I'm not using it this week though, but I'll talk about that later. I just remembered it. Right, now video is working now. Here we go. There you go, 1,600 US schmackaroonies for this particular baby. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video. There's another 4 or 5 minutes of that to watch. One last thing. Who thought straight away when they watched the video, hey, I wonder if this is going to end up on a movie, this thing?
Oh, yeah. It's got movie property and all
Because
over
how many
it, doesn't it?
synths have been put in movies because of the, the lights and everything that they've got? I can think of, the Eventide in one of the Jodie Foster movies.
DMX, DMX was used in something.
Star Wars, wasn't it?
Star Wars, yeah. I think
Yeah.
Star Wars. That was a
Anyway,
movie.
$1,600 did I say? Which is, for you, Ian, 1,250 British, 1,440 euros, and 2,400 Aussie.
But that's the money I'm going to spend on a MPC 3 Live. A Live 3, isn't it? So,
But are you getting?
Which would
Are
I
you
would-
getting
what would
a
I prefer?
high-end, performance-oriented, polyphonic, analog-digital hybrid synth with very deep modulation, gestures capture, rich sound shaping, and designed for advanced users and performance? Are you getting that, Ian?
Yeah.
For your 1,600.
Yeah. I am.
There you are.
That's exactly what I'm getting from my MPC
but-
when I get it.
You're not going to look as cool as that.
I'm not. It's not going to look as cool as that. That is true. It's got too much. I mean, I should love this. I should be all over this. But actually, I thought the sound quality wasn't anything spectacular. And for what I can't believe I'm saying this. It's got too many blinking lights.
I know someone who would definitely be all over this, and he hasn't joined the show yet. He's going to in about an hour's time.
Well, Andy.
Yeah,
Okay.
I reckon he'll be
Andy.
all over this.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, you definitely.
Yeah.
I think I
Does
should
seem
love it,
like
but I
something,
actually, I get like a lot of things. You need to. I mean, the video didn't sell it to me, so I'd need to play with it if I ever got a chance to see what it really could do. Because from a sound point of view, that didn't do it for me. Really.
All right. Debbie Downer in the corner over here.
Yeah. Sorry.
Aw.
I'll give it this. It looks well different. It looks cool, and it's completely
yeah.
obscure. And I'll give it
Oh,
that. I give
yeah.
the design look completely something well thumbs up. Like I say, you'd have to play it. I think see if it, like
Yeah, yeah.
Ian said, to see if you get any more money out of it. But you definitely could be on stage with that one guy, and people going, "What the hell's that?"
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a very organic looking design.
It's not rectangular either. It's definitely polygonal in its design. There's about, I mean, it's got straight edges,
It's a
but there's
square
one
with a
right.
piece cut out of it.
There's only one right angle in the whole thing. Yeah. Lots of circles.
That's probably what I
and-
hate about it. Yeah. The fact it's that's not true because I've got a terror. So weird shapes are cool for me, but I don't know. It just doesn't quite do it.
Right. Well,
yeah.
anyone know any more about this thing? Because that's about all I've got for you guys from my side.
Is it?
I would
yeah,
say
I
the
thought-
price is not
it
mega
part-
bad considering it's very unique and obscure. I was expecting it to be more, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
The thing I think that's a bit of a miss here is that it is. I know it's kind of tapped into that fully analog. No, but this is fully analog.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, that is quite unique. But then you go, well, I kind of wish it did a bit more, which it would have if it was digital. It's kind of on journey towards hybrid, I think, is the sweet spot. In some years to come, it'll be a combined hybrid and digital, and we'll get the best of both worlds in a product like this. But at the moment,
It could end up. It could end up being the new Zoom Arc, couldn't it?
Wasn't that
Sorry.
an amazing thing?
Wasn't it just? I was so glad to be rid of mine.
Yeah, I'm trying to answer Keith's question in chat. He's asked,
About the batteries.
is it park bench compatible?
yeah, it's a good question.
Now, I would suggest that if you had one of those USB powered battery, things, those
Yeah,
USB
battery bank.
battery
Power
banks,
bricks, yeah.
because it does take a
Power bricks,
USB
yeah.
C 5 volt 3 amp power connection to it. So in that case, it could be park bench compatible in that case. But it would require
got
that
little-
extra.
You need a battery that's exactly the shape of the cutout at the top, though. Otherwise,
It's
it
a
might-
park bench
it might go
compatible with an accessory, i.e. the battery pack.
Yeah.
And the park bench.
It's a bit of
And the
weird,
park bench, yeah.
bit of weirdness on his website. I just thought I'd show you guys. Just a bit of weirdness on there.
Well,
It's a bit hippie.
I'm just saying it's all very reminiscent of sort of Aztec culture, or maybe even just ancient Greek. It almost looks like ancient Greek, some of the shapes of it. I suspect there's a reference there to that.
Yeah, potentially.
The doors of perception.
Yeah. Well,
Or the Antikythera.
I guess the question for everybody is it musical enough for you guys to rush out and want to buy it? Is this thing something that you would, feel that would be a centerpiece of your performance? Is this something that, you would sort of feel, oh, wow, this is actually really cool? Or is this one of those things that you kind of need to have a camera pointed on and a big screen behind you?
Sitting in the middle and everyone around the outside kind of thing. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting to.
It's like first looks and first hearings. It would be something that I'd sort of go, wow, play with it for a few days, and then probably it'll start to get pushed to one side because I've sort of gone through what it sort of more or less does. But that said, that's only on first impressions.
I think you might need a cloak
bit narrow.
to actually use it. You need to put a cloak on.
And with a hood, yeah. I thought it was
With a hood.
And what do we always have? What do we always have?
Yes, exactly.
Effects, reverb.
Yeah.
You could dress up as a Klingon or a Vulcan. That will work as well. You need pointy ears to operate it. Yeah, a bit one-dimensional, you think, Rance, musically.
Yeah. The demo may be what's causing that sort of lack of connection to it, but what I'd really like to see more of is, maybe a section in the video which really, like, you can do this really quickly if you're very clever with your video skills, is go, okay, this bit does this is an example of what it sounds like, this bit does that. And yeah, because at the moment we were just going, that's what we're doing.
I guess there's kind of different audiences to these I find these launches. There's kind of two different audiences. There's the people who look at it and go, oh, I got to have that because I am so self-confident that I know I could make it sound brilliant. There's those people. And then there's people like us who are a bit more like, but sorry, hang on, how do you get that sound? How does that work? I have to know exactly how
What's
it
the
works
circle
before I can
do?
know whether...
Yeah.
How do I know what I can make with it unless I know how to use it? And there are people who don't need to know how to use it. They'll buy it and then find out whether they can use it.
Indeed.
I reckon there's two different types of classic audience for these kind of products.
Yeah, indeed. Absolutely.
So, yeah.
I think we should move on though, don't you?
Definitely.
All right. Daren, you give the thumbs up for moving on to the next?
Yes.
Okay.
I can say I think it's more of a sort of nice ambient scapey sort of machine that you'd sit there for hours and then just basically just drifting away, creating whatever comes out of it. And then put it to one
Walking
side and
drugs.
then start work on some music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A drone,
Tripping.
a drone thing.
It's a holiday, not a living destination. Yeah.
Yeah. That, I mean, when I went to uni years ago, next to where I went to uni, I went to the School of Computing, and next to the School of Computing was the West Australian Performing Arts.
Cool.
Or they're called WAPA, right? And literally you'd walk across this quadrangle. There's a cafe in between, and everyone would be munching on their lunch, and there'd be computer geeks merging with all these arty-farties. And what I reckon this sort of product would definitely be up the alley of those, musically performance type people. You can just see them, having a concert in some massive, huge cathedral, and they have like 200 people rock up and drinking champagne and watching someone play on this thing. That's what it would be.
Yeah.
They're all wearing tuxedos and ball gowns.
I'm seeing it more in a big church venue. Everyone with cloaks and hoods on.
Oh yeah.
Someone stood at the front of this.
Yeah.
Go the
Victorian chance.
Yeah.
go the Enigma sort of feel, hey?
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'd go there if Sandra went. Sandra's good.
Oh,
Yeah. All right.
Only
Let's move on.
only lit by candlelight, no lasers.
Oh, yes. We're going real monk style then, aren't we? Okay. Let's
just
go.
watch out for a pet lion.
Now, this is Eurorack land, guys. Tubbutec is a company that we've shown stuff from before, and they've brought out this thing called Drummertime, which is a TRXOX inspired drum sequencer. And you can see in this little graphic here, there's two different options for you. You can have the 1U Eurorack, for the ones that take up the 1U slot across the top. So everything's in the wider looking one that's sort of up the top there of the graphic. Or you can get the 2 where you've got the slightly shorter in length 1U, and then you've got the 3U module, which you can then connect up somewhere else in your 3U section. And they both kind of do the same thing, but there's some options for you. So what is Drummertime? What is it exactly? So as I mentioned before, it's an 8 channel instrument, 16 pattern Eurorack drum step sequencer, and you can chain up to 32 patterns. You can do a whole bunch of stuff like backwards, forwards, ping pong, smart, random pattern type things. It's got probability, flam and ratchet in there as well. It does a swing range of 132 to 1632. It has 8 trigger gate outputs with adjustable length. It does take MIDI in and out, and it also has analog or MIDI clock options with an internal clock generator and a tap tempo if you want to use it as an internal thing. You can chain up to 4 of these linked together, and as I mentioned before, there is a 1U 74 HP or a 1U 60 HP plus a 3U 4 HP option to purchase with nice little tactile or clicky buttons on there. There's no video, but you're looking at $260 for this. So I actually thought the price was pretty good. Let's have a little squiz at the website because there's no video. Be nice if Tubbutec could get a video out on this because I was actually quite interested in it. This is a big sibling of their 6 Equencer, which is something that we have shown on the show before. I'll actually show you what that looks like in a sec. But you can see there's the different options. One thing I did though is I actually jumped into Photoshop and I did this for you guys. That just gives you a visual of the different ways you could do it.
Yeah.
I might just blow that up for you guys so you can see that in the bigger format. So one
Also,
would be
if you have
the top left is one way, and the top right and bottom right is the other way. And by the way, it's 74 HP to be precise, not 70 HP. But it was just
it's interesting.
Yeah.
Typo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So back to this. These are all the different things that it can do. So yeah, it's quite deep. By the way, there's a blog article which I have linked to the bottom there. You can see there. You guys can go check that out. It's just ranzee.com/drummertime if you're looking for it. And I should just probably put that into the YouTube chat while I'm at it. News 2 is the one, isn't it? News 2, if that works. Hopefully that will paste the link to the blog article. Not the blog article that just does... I mean, you can find it from ranzee.com anyway, but the News 2 link should pop up in a couple of secs in chat, in YouTube chat that is, and you guys can check that out. There you go. So go check out that in your own time. Now, wouldn't it be cool if there was a video so we could show you guys this? Yes, it would. But one of the things I liked about this is the idea of having a drum machine in a 1U format that is a TRXOX style drum machine with lots of connectivities and expandability. Over to you guys for some thoughts and some ideas.
Well,
you need
it's
a 1U
good move.
section in your back.
That's the thing, yeah. It needs to be there's at least some 1U. You can't get away without it. But it doesn't, let's face it, it wouldn't quite make sense to try and do that with 1U. I mean, I guess you could make a really wide module. As an alternative to that, of course, there is my little friend down there, the Behringer TR style step sequencer. But of course, it's it's going to take up, whatever it is, 60 HP all by itself, and that's your whole thing gone. As opposed to this, which is going to take up a lot less time, less space. Sorry. So that's cool in itself. It's good that they thought about small cases as well by having a smaller version where they take away the outputs and put them in a separate unit. I'm not sold on the different switches, the sort of the white ones, the things with the white surrounds, just really cluttered to me. It just looks like a bit of a dog's breakfast. How it actually looks in real life, of course, is different. We take photos. Even I know that when you take photos, things kind of look differently to how they look to the naked eye. So, reserve judgment on how it looks visually. The concept is cool. As I said, I wish clacky buttons were on that module that I showed you before, because that would have made it complete. I think
it misses the clickety-clack buttons.
Oh, absolutely misses the clickety-clack buttons.
And it's a pity you can't actually upgrade them.
Retrofit it. Or something, yeah. There may be. I guess there's possibly some options to do like an external controller for that. I've had some thoughts anyway, but... Or there's... Of course, I could circuit bend it. It may happen. But, it's yet another step sequencer, but, as I said, that's the point of difference here, I think, is the fact that you've got the buttons right there, which is really immediate. There's nothing more fun than having an being able to immediately punch in, change lights, and things start happening. It's great fun.
Interesting.
And you said very well priced.
Yeah.
Very well priced.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah.
There's a lot of really well priced stuff coming out lately.
Now, I mentioned to you guys earlier that it's a sibling of the 6 Equencer, and I don't know if you guys
that's the one. That's the one where I'm sort of familiar with that one. That one that tempted me a bit more, but I think because it is really, really compact. So that's probably why I was kind of tempted by that one when it came out.
Been out for a while, that one. Similar sort of pricing too. But the logic, you can see he's pretty much copied all the logic across from this, and it had all the similar features with the cascading connections there, so you could have multiples of these. And there was a video on that. If you guys want me, I can show you that, but it's kind of confusing everyone because it's not the product that we're looking at. Yeah. Anyway, Tubbutec. Who's a fan of the XOX style drum machines? Does everyone like the XOX style as a sequencer? I mean, drum machines make sound, of course, but the actual XOX style, that's sequencer. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not the be-all and end-all. I mean, I like all sorts of different kinds of sequences. I even like, an SH101 style where you enter in notes and rests and you enter it in order.
Yeah.
That's fun too.
I like any sequencer that I can get a rhythm out or a cool tune out of. Then I like the sequencer.
Okay.
I second that.
Absolutely.
That's a good way to go. I'm probably more of a fan of the Lindrum way of sequencing than the roll. I mean, I still definitely like the roll.
Real time.
Yeah. And then the way it quantizes and, that sort of...
Yeah.
It's more like
the way you interact with it.
Loopability layer type way, if that makes sense. I mean, the TR is more of a step sequencer in its roots, isn't it? That's
absolutely. It's very much visual. There's definitely a visual aspect to it.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's the Tubbutec Drummertime. And if you feel like you actually want to have a new drum machine, this is probably going to be up your alley, I think. For that price anyway. It's a decent price. Okay. Let's get ready for the next one. I need to prepare a video for this. Let's make sure it doesn't play. All right, cool. Here we go. Next one. We are going to talk about the Citadel series from Bastl instruments, and as you can see from the animated graphic here, what have we got here? We've got
Wow.
a loopy
Fancy.
spinning around thing. What's going on there? FX Wizard on one side, Wave Bard on the other. Well, that's exactly what it is, guys. That's exactly what it is. It's we've got basically a eurorack module, and you get the FX Wizard, and you spin the plate around, and you get the Wave Bard. Did you guys notice that? I'll just go back. FX
Very
Wizard,
cool.
Wave Bard. Okay, the graphics are different, but all the buttons and knobs and connections are in the same place. So, very, very clever. These are completely two different modules by Bastl Instruments. Bastl are doing an amazing job, by the way. I'm really enjoying watching the journey of this company grow as they do. What you've got, so with the FX Wizard, it is a stereo multi-effects processor, as it's called FX Wizard, right? It has its own firmware. So in this particular case, you would load the FX Wizard firmware onto the module, and it is 44 kilohertz, 16-bit stereo audio engine with 9 creative FX modes. It does have LFO pattern envelope follower in the modulation side. It has full MIDI and USB-C connectivity to it. It has stereo DC coupled and headphone connections on it as well. And it's both of these modules, by the way, are 16 HP. Okay, the Wave Bard is a stereo sample player and sequencer. So the Wave Bard, which is, that one, is you load the Wave Bard firmware onto the module, and it has built-in effects of delay, chorus, and flanger, and all the same stuff that I mentioned before are also available on this. So the whole purpose of the Citadel series modules from Bastl is basically a module powerhouse concept where the platform can be reimagined to something new. And so all Bastl have to do is produce a new faceplate with some new graphics, and bang, you've got a new firmware to load, and away she goes, and you've got a different module. I like this idea. It's actually pretty cool. There will be a limitation to eventually what the functionality of these modules will do, but if they keep bringing them out, I think it's a good idea. Okay, so 2 for 1 is kind of the, flip it over, 2 for 1 is kind of the idea here. Pricing wise, you're looking at $319 US. You don't have to buy both, but you could if you wanted to have them running at the same time. You'd have to buy them both. But just remember, if you wanted to buy one, you can flip it over and you've got the other one anyway. Now,
you'd have to take all the knobs and the things off to flip it over, though, wouldn't you?
It's
not like a 5-step job.
Yeah. So you guys,
there's a lot of knobs too. I hope they give you a little nut spinner.
You guys would have saw on the graphic for the actual show, there was a module with all the nuts and things flying in the air. That was kind of this, but you'll see it in this video actually, because that's where I screen grabbed it. So let's have a little watch of the video, and then we can go back and talk a little bit more about this stuff. All right, we'll leave it there. We don't want to give away too much, do we, guys? Don't want to give away too much. Great little video, by the way. It goes for another couple of minutes. Okay, let's talk about the WaveBard stereo sample player. It is an experimental stereo sample player and sequencer, and it's designed for you guys to combine user-loadable samples, extensive modulation, quantizing pitch controls, and built-in effects. So if you want to get into the nitty-gritty a little bit, I can go into it slightly. I don't want to go into every single feature because it's actually really deep. But you can have 8 samples per bank, which is adjustable from 3 to 32. There's 6 factory banks, which is expandable to 32 custom banks. And then user samples can be uploaded via a web editor. I kind of wanted to find out a bit more about that. The total sample memory is 89 seconds mono or 44 seconds in stereo at 44K, as I mentioned earlier. 16-bit stereo, as I mentioned earlier. The pitch range is plus or minus 2 octaves, which is a 4-octave total. And you do have user-definable scales via the editor, the web editor, that is. There's a whole bunch of like modulation and effects and menu diving things in here and everything like that. But basically, at the end of the day, it's a sample player and a sequencer. So there you go. That's the WaveBard. And just quickly, the other one, which is the FX Wizard, is a stereo multi-effects processor featuring 9 algorithms with deep modulation options with MIDI and USB integration. So you've got things like control of delay-based modulations and time-stretching effects. And it all works within that Bastl Citadel architecture. 9 effects modules in total. 9 effects modes in total, not modules. Delay, flanger, freezer for Daren, panner, crusher,
Yes.
slicer for me, pitcher, replayer, and shifter are the 9. Once again, stereo 44K, 16-bit. Time, feedback, and mix parameters with a 10U modulation, Chris, and filter in the feedback loop with low and high pass options. There's a whole bunch of other effects in here like stereo detuning. There's an FX mode that can be accessed via CV control voltage. This one looks to be the more interesting one out of the two personally. I feel.
Yeah, I'd lean more to this FX Wizard.
Yeah. But don't forget, when you do buy this, you get both. Right, so
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Swap firmware.
yeah. There you go. So, what do you guys think of this?
What's
Great
cost?
idea. $319 US, 219 British, 279 euros, and for you, Chris, somewhere between 450 to $500 Aussie.
Okay.
Oh, I was
Which
going to say
isn't not too bad.
400,000 Australian.
Yeah, something like that, Darren.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Like I say, I know you get the 2, but you've got to swap the place. But I mean, like I say, you're getting 2 anyway. And I quite like the FX Wizard because it's so it gives me that vibe. Like I always say, people are probably getting bored that I can pop it into a little sub, a little pod, and use that for external stuff. So quite interesting.
Yeah.
Quite interesting. Yeah, I like it, and the fact that you get the 2 if you do need them at some point. Yeah, I quite like it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I like it as well. I've got the same Bastl concept in the crust. The crust is the drum synthesis one module, and you can actually change that, upload the firmware for it to be one of the other 2 or 3 different ones, also based on the same concept. So that's what Bastl are doing, which is quite cool at the moment, which is having multiple products coming off the same platform. It's also probably, have we mentioned that these are the same kind of product as some of their handheld releases recently, the Castle 2 WaveBard and the Castle 2 FX Wizard? Did we mention that?
No.
They're the other two.
That was for you.
They're the... Okay. All right. And I've bitten. It's those products. If you want to have a look at the videos for those as well, you'll get more information on how they kind of work. Those ones use the little, I think, DuPont connectors. They're smaller, and they use the little DuPont connectors to do the equivalent of what here are patch cables. So it's a very similar concept, but I think I like this better just because it's in the format that I find a bit more usable.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was quite interested in the Wavebard more than the effects one when I heard the original two. That's slightly different leaning, but yeah, no, it's also quite interesting as well. Might go on the list. The list is getting quite long though.
Yeah.
And the funds are getting less. Well, you know what it's like.
Does happen. Sell some stuff.
That's right. Yeah. Trying to.
I kind of feel like it'd be nice to have both features in the Wavebard, if that makes sense. But obviously the engine itself probably wouldn't be able to cope, you know, with the CPU behind this thing. So you'd probably have to get the second module to do it. Like, for example, I would like to have the samples glitchy play and then use the slicer and, you know, the repitcher and things, you know, all those kind of things happening at the same time. So the video does kind of allude to that in areas where it's merged the two sounds through each other.
Yeah. Using them in conjunction. That's kind of what they want, I guess. But I suspect you're right. It's just a platform power issue to have both of them.
Yeah, indeed.
Plus, they'll probably possibly they would develop differently. They wanted to take the concepts as far as they could, collect them all in those one rounds. Yeah, true. Absolutely. Marketing, bit of both.
Yeah.
Both true.
Whatevs. Awesome. All right. Guys, shall I move on to the next?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
We still haven't got to our breaking news yet, so hang tight, guys. Don't worry. We're getting there.
The edge of
The
the
next-
seat.
It might not be breaking news now, though.
Yeah.
The next product is the Matrioska by Arcaico. And this really came as a bit of surprise to me because I've just literally spent the last 6 months working with Chris on a mixer, and here we are now looking at a different company's mixer. And there's some similarities, but there's also some differences in this, as you would imagine. But yeah. Anyway, let's get into this one for a start. So the Matrioska by Arcaico is actually a compact stereo mixer. Now, I can't help myself, Chris, but I'm going to be comparing all the time. But 10 HP is not as compact as yours, for a start. Yeah,
16, isn't it? I thought it was 16.
it doesn't look. It looks more like 16 to me. Yeah. Why does it say 10 on here? Anyway, maybe it's a typo. Okay,
I'll do some research right off screen.
I'll just click on the
That's what I mean by
modular
research.
grid. Yeah, modular
Isn't that
grid.
what all research is? Clicking on Lance's links.
Let's do that quickly.
18 HP.
18
Says
HP. There you go. So definitely way less compact.
It's
Than I
big
thought.
butt.
Yeah. I wouldn't say 18 HP is compact. Anyway, nothing bad about it in that sense. Okay, so what is it? It's a mixer and a VCA. So, look, I can't, this kind of annoys me a little bit. Okay, engineering talk kind of confuses people a little bit. Most mixers, right, have the ability, if you develop them in a certain way, to be a VCA, if you add the ability for them to take some sort of modulation input to control their level output, right? That's the theory there. So don't get too tripped over by that. I feel like, you know, it's there already. They're just kind of saying, oh, it's a VCA. You can use it as a VCA. I don't think many people would anyway, is kind of where I'm going through. Anyway, this is a 4-channel stereo mixer, so it can be used as an 8-channel mono mixer, but I feel like you wouldn't because of the way they've designed this, and if you look at the way the channel strips and everything work on this thing. Let's blow that image up a little bit for you guys a bit more so you can see. By the way, Andy's just arrived, so if you can hear noises in the background, it's Andy. Hello, Andy.
Sorry, did I make some noise?
Yeah.
I was trying to be quiet. So
That's right.
He was tiptoeing in very quietly.
Yeah, he was.
that's right.
So if you look at this, you can see it's kind of similar to what Chris has done, where you've got the left and right inputs, not down the left, but the left and right you can see on this particular graphic is down the left. And then you've got your sort of channel going horizontally across, if that makes sense with this particular design. But also you'll notice the 5 and 6 has a slightly different set of controls to the other two. So there's a bit of mangly stuff that you kind of have to miss out on a little bit with that. And then all of your outputs are down on the right hand side. So you've got individual outs, and then you've got mixed outs and sends and returns and things like that. There's probably a logic to the reason why he's designed it like this. So if you can imagine, your modules have got, think of my little fingers as cables, right? As patch cables going into it. So you've kind of got things going in on the left and coming out on the right, and it leaves that central corridor for you to muck around with. I don't mind it as an idea, but what will the problem be then is that everything that comes into that module and out of that module is going to be not vertical, it's going to be horizontal.
You're burning the modules on the either side of it, so to speak.
Yep. And
So
a
you
lot
wanna
of
put some,
a lot of module people don't like connectivity that way. They prefer it either above or below. That's generally, in mixing sort of terms, that's generally what people like. But anyway, each channel has its own dedicated level knob. There's a VCA, as I mentioned before, on each channel with all 4 main channels. There's CV control each for the VCA, which you can see on the left there. There's an auxiliary input, a dedicated stereo input left and right for summing and additional stereo source, perfect for little submix type setups, and the stereo output as well. Very basic in that sense. There's a couple of little other things that he doesn't really mention much in the article about what these little switches and things do, CV linking and things like that. And it's kind of interesting.
there is a manual.
There is a
You have
manual.
to read it. I did a bit of a sticky beat later on, so I can tell you what I know.
Okay, we'll go to that in a sec.
Okay.
Last bit is the price, 196.90, which has been converted from, that's US, being converted from euros, which is 169 euros, which is where obviously he's from, and 148.40 British, 298.60 Aussie. So on the pricey side, Chris, yours is much more affordable. If we're comparing price, and it's different. I know it's not apples and apples, right? All right, you guys can chat about this, I guess. Go. Unless you want me to show a video of it.
Is there a video?
There
I
is.
think there was a video. There is?
Yeah. Do you
Is
want to
it
have a look at the video?
Yes. Let's go. Maybe there's something in there I missed.
Notice the cables.
Yeah. Yes, same as me.
All right, I think we'll do that. That just goes into an audio demo next. All right. So they did mention about the switches in the video.
Cool. It's a mixer. Different take on it. I have to admit,
I was going to say.
I do know some of the, because I'm looking at it with my electronics and circuit design brain, I do notice a few things that look like they were precipitated by convenience of the circuit having them there all ready to go. The submixing outputs is very common. For you to have submixers in your signal chain, so they just have to break those op-amp inputs out to the front panel, and there you go, you've got your submixers automatically there. So a few of those, I think, may have been because of that. But yeah, the rest of it's all, I mean, the whole thing about a VCA-based mixer, because let's face it, what they should have called this is a stereo VCA mixer. The technology to mix is a VCA, or the technology to control volume and pan is through a VCA. So, of course, when you do everything with VCAs, that means you can do a lot more complicated things, because now you're working with control voltage changing levels rather than having to, use, actual potentiometers and resistance circuits and pluses and minuses of op-amps and stuff like that to actually produce your variations in volume. So once you start using a VCA, of course, that opens up opportunities to do things like this. Like, say, you've got your CV control over panning. It's great. The white knobs, do we talk about those too? Because I believe what they do is that they crossfade between the left and the right channels, which turns into pan when you've got them set up in stereo, but when they're set up in mono, it crossfades between the two of them instead. So that's, you're getting a little crossfader kind of vibe there. That's kind of unique.
Oh, nice.
But as you said, it's one of those situations where you're probably going to end up using up all your stereo channels because that's what you want to use. You're probably not a lot of people are going to actually use that feature, I guess. So yeah, it's just a classic. It's a different take. Thanks, Andy.
Are we boring you, Andy?
Sort of
that wasn't me. I've been muted the whole time.
Oh, who was the yawning
That
person?
might have been me going, oh.
That was you. That was you, Daren.
Darren.
naughty boy.
I'd say it's a nice, clean-looking mixer, but seeing as that's not where I am, like Chris is, obviously I've just interrupted him now, so he's going to go bugger. But Chris is the one really talking about these mixers and Rants because I'm not in the market for it. But it's this clean-looking mixer. It's a bit bigger, a lot bigger than Chris's. So yeah, that was my yawn out of the way.
All right. Thanks, Darren.
So, yes. So I'll just summarize by saying there are many different ways to set up a mixer. And depending on what you want, it's the same old story. In Eurorack, you're going to be making sacrifices because everything costs HP and everything costs dollars. So if you think about it, I totally get the whole sort of, people from the sound reinforcement looking at all of us guys mucking around with different mixers going, just get that thing over there. It's got everything that you're asking for in one unit. I kind of get that, having come from that background as well. It's kind of, but it's a unique environment, Eurorack, where you're trying to maximize the potential for your particular way of working, and that's why there's lots of different mixers. So this is a good example of another mixer with a different configuration that works for different user. So each to their own, as Rant said in his introduction.
Yeah. So this is a VCA. This is actually a Behringer ripoff of an Intelligible product. Can you guys see that? The 4-play. So this is a Behringer ripoff. Intelligible product's probably better, by the way. This is a VCA mixer here, right? Let's just go full screen on this so you guys can see. And what's interesting about this is actually really cheap for a start. But can you guys notice some similarities here? Obviously, if this was done in stereo, this is only a 2-channel stereo or 4-channel mono, right? But what's the similarities here? If you've got VCA, you've got obviously your attenuators, you've got level of controls. In particular cases, you've got the boost as well, which is just an overdrive circuit. So if you go back to this and you think to yourself, okay, this is kind of taking the VCA, the multi-input VCA to another level. That's kind of what this guy's done. And he's gone, actually, we can make this into a bit more of a mixer as opposed to a VCA, you know, thing. And I've got other versions of quad VCOs like the Bastl. What's that thing called again? The Quadro Figolo or something like that. So, yeah, I don't know.
How dare you say Baron's ripped something out there totally honorable across the board?
Oh, absolutely not. But yeah, absolutely. But what kind of what I was kind of hoping Chris would mention is there is a difference in if you're using VCAs versus if you're using traditional mixing like amplifier technology, right? That you'll get a different sound blend, technically. So you got to be careful with that. You got to kind of know what you're dealing with.
I agree. There's a lot of VCA mixers coming out now, and they're somewhat. I mean, they're not telling fibs, but they're not exactly making it. They're not exactly downplaying the fact that it's a VCA. They're kind of talking it up as some kind of additional feature when it is actually sonically a slight compromise. So, yeah, they have their place. And as I said, I quite like to have a follow-up VCA-based mixer to go with my passive mixer. So,
yeah,
they can go together. But I do want some clean channels as well.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's not killing the bank. $200 US for this. It's not killing the bank.
Very well priced.
Yeah. But yeah, if it's for you, I feel like with Arcaico, their modules will work. This is kind of the whole thing with a lot of modular designers. They will go, I've got my, ecosystem planned, and my modules work in this kind of horizontal linear fashion. So this will work in that. And a lot of the designs in as such can be quite selfish in that degree, where they're not a module that you would necessarily have on its own as a standalone. You might want to have it with all the stuff that he's bringing out, and it kind of complements that. But there's no reason why you can't have it as a standalone. It just might be, a little bit different to the way you're going to configure your patching.
True.
Well, I mean, where's yours, Chris? Yours.
Hopefully it hasn't ended up in the bin yet.
It's not in the bin. It's just down there. All of your connections are down the bottom, right?
Yeah.
And you could easily reverse the faceplate on yours as well, which you mentioned in your release. So, and yours isn't a VCA mixer.
No. So let's get mine up.
Yeah, my Bafaco system doesn't have VCA mixing. They had an alternate module you could add to it. That was a standalone VCA mixer.
There's plenty out there, Andy. That's the thing. So I feel like what I'm trying to get at is some people may be confused about it actually behaving like a mixer, which it does. Yeah. I'm not saying it doesn't, but it doesn't give you the traditional mixing amplifier blending things that you would expect. And VCA does it in a different way. That's kind of what Chris was sort of getting at before. It does it more in a synthesizer type way, where you if you look at a synthesizer, right, and they've got the mixer section in the synthesizer, that's pretty much what this is. So if you're thinking about it from that way, I feel like you're safe. But if you're thinking about it from the point of view as, I need a mixer, this is actually really cool. It's only 18 HP. It may not be traditionally as good in that sense. And also, straight away, you're going to have problems where you don't have mute switches, you don't have very easily accessible level controls. This is more like, to me, a set and forget type module. Because you look at those level controls, you can get your fingers in there.
Well, no, even closer though. Oh, actually, no, they're about the same distance apart.
But Chris's doesn't overdrive easily on purpose, right? Where this one could overdrive, the one you're talking about.
I have no idea.
Make it too hot.
Well, aren't
You
VCAs
probably can.
supposed to be they go to a
Rail to rail.
rail to rail?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they're modern VCAs they're using. They said they've used modern VCAs or very recently, which means they'll definitely be rail to rail. So yeah, you'll get the same clipping on mine as you'll get on this, theoretically. But maybe there's a little bit of a, we just talked about how VCAs themselves all colour the signal in some way, so it's going to sound different. Which you prefer, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of feel like people may think I like the idea of it being like a synthesizer mixer, like what you'd get on a mini Moog or something,
Well, if you want to automate, if you want to change the mix over time automatically via an electronic source that you're not necessarily, you set and forget and it does its movements, it's an obvious solution. You don't want to be turning knobs if you don't, if that's not what you're into.
Yeah.
But if you're quite happy doing that, or if you've got other ways of adjusting the volume of things, like, for example, a lot of sound sources have their own volume capabilities, so you can automate those, It's kind of where mine sort of fits the bill a little better.
Yeah,
It's like the Buchla 259 filter bank that I got. It's a clone, and there's no CV control over it at all. There's basically, it's manual.
Yeah.
So, which is cool, but it's sometimes you want that automation. But for a mixer, maybe not. It's hard to say.
Yeah.
So.
This is basically what Chris is saying is loves LFOs or some sort of other form of modulation going into it, envelopes and things like that. Yeah. Cool. Awesome. Shall we head on to the next? The next one is not Eurorack. So Ian's been very quiet, and I feel like Ian will probably say
I'll wake
something.
up now.
Yeah. Here we go. Ready? There you go, Ian.
Oh, hey, it's another one for me. Yes. I'm going to collect them all.
Sound designing this.
Sorry. That is another Bogafoga. The Mogafoga clones from Behringer. The BM18M, which is the cluster box. I'm wondering how long they're going to keep that name for, because they actually had to change the name of one of the others pretty quickly. Maybe they got a stern letter from In Music. I'm not sure. But anyway, here we go. So the Behringer 18M is actually a direct copy clone of the Mogafoga 108M or MF-108M, which is the cluster flux, which you guys might remember. And what it is actually a modulation unit. So what you'd expect it does is modulation type effects. So what sort of modulation effects? It's got a bucket brigade delay at its heart, a delay line. It does things like flanges and choruses and vibratos. That's the sort of effects it does. And you can see there's a flange button and a chorus button. Same button, sorry, a toggle right in the middle of the switch of the pedal there. Let's just have a quick look at a few things. I don't feel like we need to go into massive details about this because it's an existing product rebranded by Behringer, really. So let's have a look at, I'm just going to pop you off for a sec, Andy, because I want to show you guys the difference between the two. There's the Foga on the right and there's the Boga on the left. So if you sort of glance your eyes over, they've just rearranged where the knobs are. You may actually prefer the one on the left. It may look a little bit more sensible to you. I'm not sure. But I feel like if you actually looked at the groupings of the graphics on the right, they've gone sort of vertical, and the groupings of the graphics on the left have gone horizontal. So it's pretty simple sort of rearrangement, I feel. Everything else looks kind of similar, right? What you'll notice too is on the back, the connectivity is also very similar. So on the back, you're getting the ins and outs. Some are CV-based controls and some are audio, of course. And the only major difference here that you see on the Behringer is that USB-C connection underneath the power connection. And that USB-C connection is for their firmware updates and any sort of control of this device via their Pedal Tribe, I think it's called, app that they've got. I think it's called Pedal Tribe. Correct me if I'm
Is it
wrong.
still 9 volt? Because I can't quite see whether it says 9 volt or not. It says something to 400 milliamps, but
It says 9 Pretty sure it says
Oh,
9.
it's a 9, is it?
Yeah.
It's my eyesight.
Yeah.
Just the trouble with a lot of Behringer stuff is it's not a 9-volt, but
There isn't any other clones out there like that. Other company hasn't done one of this yet that we mentioned a few weeks ago. But just to give you an idea, they identical in every respect. The only key difference that I can see is maybe the feedback loop insert on the Mogafoga. See down the bottom? No, I can see it on the Behringer too. So no, that they've got that as well. Yeah, no, that's there. I'm just trying to see if there's any key differences. I don't think there is. Probably the key difference is the price. If you were to buy the Mogafoga, you'd still be looking anywhere from $800 to $2,000 used US dollars. You can't use new US dollars. You can only use used US dollars. Sorry, I said that the wrong way around. I just caught myself. $179 US dollars for the Behringer, and that's the MSRP. I would suggest it would be a little bit cheaper when it hits the streets. Bogafoga BM18M. Who likes it?
£100. I like it, but I will probably collect all of them when they're all out. I've said this before, haven't I? So yeah, no.
I liked it too. I'm just hearing the I didn't like his video. I usually don't. But at one point in the video, there was a flanger sound that I actually said, "Oh yeah, I like that flanger sound." So
yeah, I mean, Moog is a synth company. When they designed this, it was designed for hybrid guitar / synth people, and I believe a lot of guitarists actually swear by the Moog pedals. They actually love it. There's a lot of talk about it in forums and things like that. Was this about when you thought it might have been a flanger sound, Chris? Was it here?
no, there's one later on.
With that
There's
synth?
one later on.
Sounds very shrilly, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I didn't like it. I never liked whenever they go do. I always cringe when they go, and here's what it sounds like on a synth. I'm going, you guys know idea.
Yeah.
That's a chorus, by the way. No, that's the chorus. Well, it wasn't a good video, unfortunately. Sorry, Behringer.
It was towards the end, I think it was.
Well, it'd be worse if they use that awful soft synth they put out a while back. So.
Well, they're allowed to put awful soft synths out, Andy.
Yeah.
I know, but they had that one that was just it was so bad. It's just.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to make the command module for the Fogers?
Ooh.
The CP25 or CPM25, 250 or whatever it was. Yeah. I don't know. Okay, so I've said this before, and I reckon Behringer know this. The Behringer Neutron, the actual matrix on the right of the Neutron, is pretty much one of those. If you look at all the things that it can do.
They didn't compare that.
Yeah. So they could probably just get the logic of that and snap that off and make that as a separate product. It wouldn't be too hard for them. Yeah. I think it'll probably be something like you said, Ian, probably about £100 to buy. Yeah.
I think so.
Availability, apparently they are available to order now from Sweetwater if you're in the US. And apparently Gear for Music have got them available to order.
My friends at Gear for Music.
Yeah.
Good old Andy Weiss.
Toyman, if you're in the EU and Australia. Sorry, bad luck if you're in Australia.
Australia, it's getting so. I mean, it used to be the case where they certain local music store happened to put the Behringer products probably within a day of them being announced. They'll put up for pre-order, and after they're sitting on pre-order for a year, I think now they've come to their senses and they're not putting them straight up on the website for pre-sale when they're over 6 months away. So I've just noticed they're not.
Which is ironic because they're actually made
months
closer
up.
to you guys than anyone else in this chat. So
The supply chain goes directly towards the US.
yeah.
I think so.
Indeed. All right, so let's go to there. probably time for me to update my Bogafoga blog article, because I do feel like I need to sort of say, okay, these guys have released these now, and I have actually seen some of them appear in some Australian retailers. So some of the very early releases, I think what was the first one they brought out? The Ring Mod?
Ring modulator.
Yeah.
I think you can get that in Australia now. Geez, it takes a long time for it to get in, though. It's pretty bad. Really bad. It didn't used to. I don't know what's going on.
It's
It didn't
gotten
used to.
worse. I don't know
Yeah.
why it's gotten worse. Maybe the local supply chains have been burnt, and now they're not falling for it. Because there's been a few products where they've said they've had to apologise to customers, such as myself, that they thought they had something, but it turns out that their supplier was telling fibs. So this is directly related to Behringer products. So I suspect the supply chain in Australia is a little bit iffy.
Behringer haven't got stock, by the way. It's available to order. They're expecting stock 20th to 22nd November, so not that long, but 129 quid. Is what
Well,
they reckon.
apparently it's shipping from China. So that is, their hand on their heart.
Right.
They are saying it's shipping from
Yeah,
China. So if you put your order in, obviously the way we as end users would work, right, is that those retailers would put an order into Behringer, and Behringer would give them so many, and then it'll be first in, best dressed for that, and then you'll probably be put on a waiting list for the next lot. I've heard people that have got previous Bogafoga pedals before say that they got theirs, and some people say that they've got put on a waiting list and they were pissed off because they also paid within a few days of someone else that's got them. So these things happen. I would always give the advice is buy it if you see it in stock in the store. Do not prepay.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless there's a real
No, that's
reason
why
for
I'm
it.
waiting for That's why I'm waiting for my MPC.
Yep.
Live 3, because nobody's got them. I keep looking, but nobody's going to have them until the middle of next month. Middle of this month, sorry. So
That's
as
actually
soon
not
as
too
somebody's
bad,
got
though.
them,
That's
no,
not
it's
too
not.
bad.
I mean,
Yeah.
although Anderson's are saying 24th of December. Yeah, right.
Well, they're not going to be there on the
but
24th
yeah,
of December for a start.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, so I
That's a
bet
typo there.
Behringer have this deal with certain retailers in the UK. They don't. It's not like all retailers will have it. Obviously, I think Anderson's are one of them. Gear for Music. There's only about 3 or 4 in the UK, as far as I'm aware. So anyway,
I think Andertons are the main ones, though, aren't they?
Anderson's are the main
Yeah.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Let's go to the next. Okay, so brace yourself, guys. The next is actually, I don't know why I didn't know about this. It's about July when this thing got launched. And here it is here. This is called the Tandy Trip by Noystoise. Nice little sort of play on words with the business name there. Okay, so if you guys want to rush out and buy this, unfortunately you can't. This is a DIY project, and at the moment I would sort of question mark about how DIY-able it is, because there's not a lot of information on how to DIY this yet. However, there is a video, so he's gone. The video is actually impressive. Okay, so there's a little bit to sort of digest here. This is a drum machine, but it's not a drum machine that you would probably go, okay, I'm going to sequence bits. It's going to, I've got different sounds. I'm going to sequence those. It's more, I feel like a sound design drum machine than an actual
DFAM.
Yeah. So it's actually quite interesting. And the actual, I don't know, the history behind this thing is kind of interesting as well. So it's a dual voice drum chip, which provides basically pre-programmed rhythms, and this guy was only interested in the actual sound part of it when he got the chip, sort of thing, and he's built the rest of the circuit around that sound part and manipulating that sound part. There is obviously sequencing aspects to it as well, but this is kind of the main thing. There is another product I'll show you in a sec. He's built this thing to sort of complement this other product that he's made called the PAL, P-A-L, and it when you put sort of merge the two together, you've got sort of, you know, synthy sounds and drum sounds, and that's kind of, you know, that was his goal. Bearing in mind this is a DIY project, right, guys? This is not a commercial product. Okay, so take your commercial tomato throwing things at the moment away. Okay, so the creator says it lacks the full programmability of traditional drum machines, and it excels at rhythm drone machine type sounds, perfect for things like nostalgic IDM. And the name itself comes from the ability to create stumbling rhythms, and the capacity to get lost in its sounds is what he's claiming. So let's have a look at the video, and then we'll come back and have a little bit more of a chat about this. Personally, I think this is actually really cool. Should we leave it there? There's another video.
Yeah.
Let me just get this back up again for you guys. There's another video where he's got like a prototype that he's put together, and I feel like you guys need to check this out as well because it's related. Okay.
Yeah.
The prototype will scare you a little bit, but that's just him in the middle of building it. Okay. So here's some different sounds again. A bit quiet, isn't it?
Yeah.
There appears to be some gating too, like sound stepping on sounds.
Mm. Reminds me a bit of one of those old arcade Space Invaders type games.
Yeah, kind of CMOS technology.
It's like when you get a playback, it's not full duplex, it gets all stepped on.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's kind of muddled, isn't it, Andy?
Yeah. Yeah, so it's a single sound source. Bit like the DFAM.
Yeah.
Very much like the DFAM.
Anyway, it's a very interesting take on a drum machine. That's absolutely for sure. It does have some similarities to the DFAM, but I feel like DFAM goes in a different direction to this.
Oh yeah, yeah. But it's a similar concept in that, you know, you don't have a lot of individual sound sources.
Yeah.
You know, you've just got two, but it modulates the crap out of them.
Yeah.
It's the best way I can say it. And
Does
it's
have
got that, you know, circuit bent weirdness going
Does
on
have
as
that
well.
chip in it that you like.
Yeah. Oh
Chris?
yes, that's the other thing about that's creating some of these extra polyrhythms or rhythms that you're getting. It's got a digital delay in there, which seems to be, I think it's independent of the tempo, and it's got that dark sound because it is the PT2399, which we've been seeing turning up quite a lot lately in quite a few of the products we've seen in the last couple. It's very popular. Weirdly enough, it is not a BBD and it is not a digital. It is somewhere in between. So its history lies in the fact that it was early digital electronics designed for karaoke machine echo and toys and stuff like that. So it has that kind of, it was built to a budget, but that also meant it had compromise in the sound, and it was neither. It has that dark tone like a BBD does, but it's different. It's got a kind of a different vibe.
It's got a lo-fi vibe.
Yeah, it's got the lo-fi vibe, and that's why it's treasured, kind of been very popular lately, and people seem to be rediscovering it. But inexpensive chip. It's sorry, go in.
I was going to say it reminds me of my first drum machine was an Elgum rhythm unit, and it sounds like that. It hasn't got the flexibility because that had just buttons with different sounds, but it does remind me of that sort of thing.
Yeah, that was all
Very
the preset things.
1960s, early 70s. Yeah, very 1960s, early 70s. Sort of, the idea that they were stuck on top of organs, home organs.
Exactly. Yeah, it does seem to be the whole thing, the whole project, and the PAL as well, which we'll see in a moment, is giving me that vibe. That kind of late 70s.
Like a Korg mini pops vibe, isn't it?
Sorry, early 70s, late 60s, sorry. Home organ type sound, but not the high-end home organ, the dribble down stuff, the cheaper stuff. Which has its own
I would
charm.
say that the mini pops is a bit more sophisticated though, isn't it, in terms of its ability and sound.
Yeah.
It's kind of the difference between consumer and pro. It's kind of, this is called more the consumer end. So that's why I said
It's funny they use the name
like
Tandy
karaoke
because it
machines.
reminds me of the old 201 electronic projects kit I used to get from Radio Shack and make
right.
sound stuff with that. Sounds like that.
Well, we had Radio Shack in the UK was Tandy. The Tandy shops
was over here
back
as
in
well.
Same here. Yeah.
was the same there. So it did make me wonder, is that where he picked the name from?
Might be.
That's what it sounds like.
Look, so sound-wise, that chip that Chris was talking about, you might remember it being in the Stylophone CPM DS2. That's that recent product that Stylophone have brought out. That's semi-modular thing. Let's have a look at the POW thing that I mentioned, guys, before. So this is the POW.
I like this. It's yellow.
I'm not going to play this whole video, but you guys get the idea. That's the power thing that he is talking about. So the power thing's been out for a bit longer as a DIY project. So this is kind of more the newer one. It's been out since July. Now I've done a blog article on this on my website where I've actually copied the schematics of this thing. But in terms of a build guide, a BOM for the parts or anything like that, we're not there yet with that. So I did reach out to him and he hasn't replied. So we'll see what happens anyway. What are your thoughts, guys, on a DIY Tandy Trip drum machine?
It's quite fun. I think it'd be quite fun to play with it. I don't think I'd actually want one, if I'm honest, but I think it's quite fun to play with.
Yeah, it's something fun to screw around with.
Yeah, certainly intriguing and charming.
The
Yes,
form
I like
factor's
it on that level.
quite bizarre, isn't it?
It's pretty bizarre. This is on the same show with the thing up front, different extremes, weird in very different ways. Different budget, both weird.
Well, it looks like an original Mini Brute that somebody messed with, right? It has that same look to the
Mm.
Mini Brute. There's knobs all over the place.
There's a few photos here that I took off his website. Where are we? So there's a little battery compartment
Yeah.
on the back. And this was the where are we? This was the build. There was some build diagrams, and also there was there's a schematic that you can get. Don't think that's anywhere near complete, but there are some. This is about all I could scrape off the guy.
Yeah, he was kind of enigmatic the way he sort of takes you along for the journey. It's very much you come in for an Instagram post and then you're out for months and then you come back in.
Yep.
So he's not really
that
not a
means-
super. He doesn't hide everything, but he doesn't communicate everything either. So.
That means this park bench compatible for Daren. So there you go.
Absolutely.
Got batteries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Sound wise though, guys, what were we sort of thinking? Was it something that is needed now? Do you feel like it's something that's already out there? Is there anything unique about it?
It's an interesting one. It's that combination of those particular sound sources and that PTT 2399 delay is kind of cool. I think there's something in that. It's definitely a vibe. Whether you could reproduce that a different way, and most of us, let's face it, most of us probably will. If we want to create that sound, we're not going to probably go down this route. Possibly, yeah. I'm not quite sure. I'd have to think hard about what would be the best sound source. Like, for example, in Eurorack, what would be the best sound source for emulating the sound source part of this machine? It's an interesting one.
It is
It's
retro.
kind of whimsical.
Really down.
Yeah, retro toy vibe, whimsical stuff.
Yeah.
Like your toys, the end of your little jam toys you have, the circuit bends.
Absolutely. Yeah. I was just thinking that,
Yeah. All right. Well, let's turn that off for a sec. I'm just going to play a tiny little bit of audio. Have a listen to this.
No one would have believed in the last years of the 19th century.
Ooh. What was that, guys?
Good old.
Oh, jeez. What could that possibly
Good old
be?
Richard Burton.
Good old Richard
Good
Burton.
old Richard
Well,
Burton.
breaking news.
Yeah.
Guess what? The guy
He's alive.
that made the synthesizer in War of the Worlds, Jeff Wayne, who made the Thunderchild SZ3540. Pictured here, this is actually the one that's sitting in his home studio. I've just inadvertently been watching this video that Steve shared with me. About 2 minutes in, he's been asked by the guy that was interviewing him. He's told him, we're going to bring this synthesizer back to the world, and it's going to be modernized, it's going to be MIDI in it, it's going to be rack mountable. So you're going to be able to get the War of the Worlds synthesizer soon.
I thought it was mostly CS80, according to Kent.
Jeff Wayne is to release a modern version of the Thunderchild. Now, let me just mention a couple of things to you. I will share the blog article. It's probably not releasing very well. There's a lot of information. I will share that in chat in YouTube, so you guys can go check that out. There's actually a link to the video that I found it in as well. But let me just tell you a little bit about it. So if you guys don't know, the synthesizer that was actually used in War of the Worlds wasn't just this. There was the CS80, like Andy mentioned, and things like that. But the thing that made the flute sound was this.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, and that flute sound is famous. Anyway, the Thunderchild synthesizer was actually designed by this kid who was working for Jeff Wayne Music, I think it was called, Jeff Wayne, JWM, whatever the company was called, right? You can actually see the JWM logo on that graphic there.
Yeah.
The kid's name was actually Nick Groom, who actually worked as an electronics engineer at the time, or whiz kid. He wasn't an engineer because he wouldn't have had a degree at that stage anyway. But he made about 6 to 10 of these as prototypes, and they actually never made it into production, into the music scene. There was a company in London called Chapel Music
I remember
that were actually going to sell these things for £550. It never happened. there's actually on the blog article that I've already linked in the YouTube chat, there's actually a graphic. Someone's taken a graphic of it. There was a guy that actually tried to sell one of these via auction, and there's some photos of it on the article as well. But just to sort of pick you guys back to memory of what this thing can do, there's 2 VCOs with ramps and waveforms, sub-oscillator with square wave output, LFO with triangle and square outputs. There's white and pink noise, and there's 2 envelopes with a variety, they call them shape controllers here, with a variety of modes. There's a multi-mode VCF and 2 VCAs on separate outputs that you can simultaneously route low pass to one and high pass to the other. So for example, a VCO2 can also modulate the filter. On the rear panel, there are 2 external audio inputs that can feed filter and VCA as well. And there's a whole bunch of other weird DIN sockets on the back that nobody really understood what they did, because it was kind of pre-MIDI, right? It might have been Roland's DIN format, I'm not sure. There's not a lot really documented about this thing, but if you, I don't know if you've ever studied the whole War of the Worlds synth stuff, the Thunderchild SZ3540 was definitely used in the recordings of that album, and there it is there. What do you guys think of that for breaking news?
Wow. Did Jeff Wayne have studio pictures of his setup?
They've a whole video. Just you can go watch that video. It's on that article linked.
Oh.
Yeah. He takes you through. There's pianos, there's rack mounted stuff, there's freaking reel to reels, turntables, all sorts of weird stuff in there. Yeah. Interesting. And he still does live shows, don't you? Still does War of the Worlds live shows.
Oh, nice.
I think they're in the US though, Andy, if I'm right. I think they're kind of
never heard of them there.
Yeah.
With the full orchestra and everything, huh?
He has a big statue of that, the tripod Martian
Oh,
thing.
the tripod, yeah.
Yeah.
I saw the show on, I think it might be over lockdown because they showed it over here. The show looked really good. And when the tripod sort of comes out into the audience, it's quite spectacular.
Yeah. What? I mean, look, this. Oh, by the way, there's a built-in speaker on this thing, so that's that grill on the right-hand side, if you're wondering.
Explains a lot, yeah.
Okay, so Jeff actually admits in this video that he didn't want, when he asked this kid to design this synthesizer back in '78, he didn't want it to be too
techie,
engineering. He wanted it to be a bit more usable,
user-friendly
by musicians. And in a way, that's going to be a disappointment to a lot of us synthesizer heads, right? Because we'll be like, what's he done here? This is weird. I don't really get it. It's not really what I'm expecting a synth to have.
Yeah, unconventional.
Yeah. So if you bear that in mind, that it was actually designed to be not like a Moog or sequential circuit synth, it was more designed for a musician. I would say probably it would sort of have hallmarks closer to the organ type world, with some of the naming nomenclature that's in it. Yeah.
People coming from a traditional classical background probably would be the brief.
Yeah.
So use all classical terminology.
I mean, the question is, who's going to want to buy it now? I mean, what Ranzee's just said. I mean, if you're an absolute huge fan of Jeff Wayne and War of the Worlds, then maybe. But we're not going to buy this.
These are some of the close-ups that I managed to scrape off the internet from an auction website. Cool. So you can see, this is off the original, right? Some interesting sort of design topology with the way the VCA and everything's working, and the VCF, and then you've got this weird tuning and
the row of knobs that are sort of considered semi-performance but semi-not performance. So they switch. Okay, push them in.
Push them. This is where the organ sort of thing came.
Yeah, very much. It's like pulling out the stops, putting them back in.
Yeah. This is that weird DIN connection on the back. So this is pre-MIDI, guys. This is 78, so MIDI wasn't around. And then you got the foot pedal control and trigger thing over here with the
trigger.
sequencer. Yeah.
My old Cog 700 has something like that trigger. It's a modification that was done.
Yeah. So this isn't part of Price Watch, by the way, guys. It's still part of the news.
Still part of the news.
We're not buying this particular synth. But yeah. Anyway, there you go.
I think it's really cool. It'd be
bit-
really cool to play it and mess around with it.
Yeah.
In good
Based on that
condition.
model number, were there other versions?
No.
It's got a crazy model number. Okay.
No. It kind of fizzled, Andy. That's the thing. The whole thing fizzled. It was supposed to be a synth that he was going to release. If we go back to that actual blog article, there was that Thunderchild ad that was in there. Where is it here? I'll just show you guys. So there's the ad that was in Chapel Music. So they're actually going to sell this thing for £550. There wasn't a lot of information about it, actually, in this ad. But yeah, there you go. And it never made it.
Yeah.
It never made it. It never got the legs. That's the thing. But I don't know. I feel it's ballsy for Jeff to want to re-release this thing because, I mean, I'm really big into. I loved War of the Worlds, right? But I just don't know how many people are like me that loved it as much as I do. I think there's a. I'm talking about the synth stuff that I really sort of got into. I tried to mimic the flute creation, for example. I really got nerdy on it. You guys might remember me doing it on the channel a while back.
Yeah,
so
something close to your heart.
Yeah. So for me, this is cool because this is kind of a tap into some of the sounds that were on the album, and in a way, with that quirkiness, with all those controls, that's going to be how you get there, because you're not going to be able to get there the same way with other synths.
Yeah.
That you could probably get there in a different way, but not through the
It
controls.
leads you in a different way.
Yeah.
Make different choices.
You did say that he was going to slightly alter it though and bring it up to the modern day, so maybe there'll be features in there added to this
Yeah.
that'll make you want to buy it. But I see what you mean. It's like, ugh.
So what's the
might be
3540
niche.
got to do with? Is that a chip? Was there a 3540 chip out there? I don't think there was there? Was there a Curtis 3540 chip?
So 3540.
Nah. Not that I can think of. CEM, there's a 3340, of course. I don't know. I don't really understand what the number was. There might be something significant. I'm sure he'll let us know down the track when this thing gets released. But yeah, if you don't believe me, go watch that video that's in that blog article. He talks about it in within about 2 minutes of that video. And yeah, how long before? Like, do you remember we talked about? So just be careful with this stuff, right? The Mario Maggio was promising that the Elka Synthex was going to be remade. I haven't seen that, and that was like freaking 14 years ago when he told us that he was going to do that.
Yeah. You're just announcing his intention. It's not the same as a production chain and a committed manufacturer. There's a lot of steps along the way.
Oh, there was a few,
actually revisiting it. Yeah.
There was a few sort of weird stumbling journeys that it took. There was this idea that they found a whole bunch of spare parts in this warehouse in Europe somewhere. I think it was Italy, but it might have been somewhere else in Europe. And they had the GEM company. They had a whole bunch of spare parts that were Elka based, right? Oh. And they were going to make Elka Synthexes from that, the Synthex 1 that is. And then he goes, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to make a FPGA version of the Elka Synthex. And he started talking about that, and it never happened. Just, I don't know, someone in chat might be able to tell me if there's any, further news for that sort of stuff. But
it'd be fun if you kept the layout, but has like a Raspberry Pi inside of it for the recreation.
Well, they call it.
Hey, Korg did it. Why not? So
Dan was talking about it last night. Spark is the internal name for that technology. So it's going to be a Spark version.
Yeah, I mean, look, for me, this would excite me because this is a synth that you are not able to get. There's only, I think, from what I can work out, there's only 2 that are in the world now. I know they said there were 6 to 10
I've
made,
just seen that. Yeah, I saw that. There's only 2.
and there's one of them right there in that photo. That's
Exactly,
in Jeff Wayne's
so-
studio.
At the very least, crying out for a software recreation. When there's little of something that's
Much more exciting.
digital. Yeah, I know, but it's crying out for digital.
yeah,
reproduction.
Cherry Audio can do that
It's
for the next
that, right?
release.
Yeah, go Cherry. Yeah,
Yeah.
Probably already doing that. Shush.
yeah. Anyway, breaking news. I think it's definitely breaking news. So let's watch that space, hey guys.
Yeah, we'll watch it.
Definitely.
Yeah, might send
Certainly
Jeff
iconic sounds.
an email.
So, yeah.
Come on, Jeff. Tell us a bit more about what you just told.
Yeah. Can you
I mean,
elaborate?
It looks like
please?
it's up on the synth actually looks like it's up on a wall.
Yeah, it is.
It's
It's up
like
on a
mounted
shelf.
on a wall.
Yeah.
So this is in his control room. If you go watch the video, you'll see that the camera pan up to it. So this is in the control room where
Top of
it's
the
got the
arch.
mixing desk and stuff like that. Yeah,
Pitched
right up the
roof.
top near the roof.
Painting on the left.
There is, by the way, I don't know if you noticed, but there is actually 2 metal brackets that are stopping that thing from falling off, screwed into the top of the shelf.
Oh yeah, I see it too. Yeah, the black ones.
Oh yeah, all right. I've just
Because
noticed
the
it, yeah.
OCD in me is like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Just
You
going to fall
wouldn't put
down.
Please
If you get
secure it.
if a cat gets in there, and yeah, have you seen those videos on
Oh,
Reels
yeah.
where the cats are just pushing the things off the top of the benches?
Yeah.
And that? I'm
Yeah.
just going to push the synth off.
And they say,
They have
hey, stop
eyebrows.
it. And the cat looks, and the cat goes,
Yeah,
What?
that's the one. That's the one, Andy.
You think you're in control, silly human?
Anyway, I don't know. Does anyone know if that guy, what's his name, Nick Groom, if he's still around? By the way, the one that worked in 1978 for Jeff Wayne. Does anyone know Nick Groom? It's a small world. The synth world is a small world, so someone may know him.
There's a chance. Yeah.
Yeah. And if he's still around, maybe Jeff's probably said, hey, I've bumped into you again. Would you like to make this thing again? Who knows if that's what's happened, but we'll see. Yeah. I feel like you guys are probably going to go and listen to the War of the Worlds again now, and the ears are going to be tingling to those synth sounds. That's for sure. Yeah.
What
Right.
was the vocoder used?
I don't
It's
remember.
a Nick Groom, but I don't think he's the right one.
Yeah, I don't remember
Yeah.
off the top of my head, Chris. All I remember is the CS80 being one of the big ones that were in it.
Cool.
Yeah. Andy, nice to have you back, by the way. I'm enjoying some of the videos. I didn't get to watch them all, but yeah. You're muted, by the way, buddy, and it's not me that's muted you.
sorry. Yeah, they're not all up yet. I'm still behind. I did finally get the roof video from June up there where I got to go up on the
Yeah, I saw that
George
one.
Romero's old office. So that was fun.
So I didn't really understand some of the. I mean, obviously, I'm not as big into the movies and the Hollywood and that sort of pop culture stuff.
Well,
that
neither
you-
was George. He wasn't
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So I don't really get some of the links, but I definitely enjoyed the ones that I could understand through the more popular things. Yeah,
Yeah, it's fun. Thanks.
absolutely. Yeah, right. Well, that's all the news. I mean, there was a lot, wasn't there? There was some DIY. There was some Eurorack. There was some weird looking.
Flipping it, Rams.
Synths.
I thought you'd have mentioned the evil pet.
The evil pair,
Pet.
evil pet.
You're into
It's the
granular
pedal
light.
thing.
Oh, nah, I didn't get to that. Nah, maybe next week. I did see it though, Darren. I did. And I watched
I thought you
Lupop's.
must have done with it being granular.
I watched
yes,
Lupop's video
yes.
on it. I did see it. Maybe we can talk about it next week.
I haven't watched it. It's on my to
Yeah.
watch list. I haven't watched it yet.
I I don't know, Daren. I'm kind of. I'll lead this for you. I'm kind of getting sick of all the granular stuff.
I wonder.
So how quickly saturation point is reached.
Yeah.
I know. This is the thing. When I seen it, I thought of Ranzee. I thought, oh, granular, I love it. And then I thought, but there's a lot of granular stuff now. So is he going to be getting bored of this stuff? Because it's like we get into something that we really like, and then it just gets washed with everyone making a similar thing or that style, and we sort of end up going.
It is.
Yeah,
Trends really are. They are real.
yeah.
Trends are real.
I just wondered whether
The iPad still has some of the best granular
basically,
apps. So
You're right, Andy.
I was
I've
just
got rid of
wondering
my
whether you
ambient
were sort of
zero.
still thinking about the granular.
Well, I still maintain Arturia Pigments is just amazing as an app
It is.
for your DAW. And if you're into granular, that's just go there. Go there
I haven't
first.
used it enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is so deep and it's so easy to use, just like without looking at any manuals or anything. It's very, very simple to use, but you can go really, really deep in the thing. Yeah.
I noticed that. Just messing around with it. It's great.
but if you're into experimental, you can't beat Borderlands. Borderlands is crazy.
Borderlands is awesome.
Borderlands is-
absolutely.
Is the amount of times that I use Borderlands, live is amazing.
Yeah.
It's a really good app.
Yeah, it is. It's so good, and it actually makes you sort of think, yeah, I should use my iPad more. That's the sort of app that will tie you back into using your iPad more.
Oh yeah.
But definitely, Daren, we'll probably have a look at it next week. I just thought we had to snap it off at some point with news because there's an hour and a bit worth of views now.
Yeah, there's
It was more the fact I was wondering how he was on the granular trip or whether he was leaning away from it.
Yeah, I'm not leaning away from
There's
it.
your
I'm just kind of thinking to myself, okay, if you bought a toy store, then you've got too many toys all of a sudden. Does that make sense?
yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
this
Kinda
sort of
dilutes the
saturation
experience.
point. Yeah.
Weirdly, it dilutes the experience. Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of diluting experiences, why don't we do the second
I'm
clue
getting darker.
for the quiz?
You are getting darker.
Tape.
Right, 50p is going in the meter.
Tape. Tape is your second clue for the quiz, guys. Enjoy that.
God, I don't even.
Oh, come
Wait,
on.
is it the Mellotron?
This is
Oh.
getting...
Excited.
yeah. The Chamberlain.
I'm going to tell you guys after the quiz has been finalised something interesting about that quiz. So put a pin in that. There's definitely a little twist to this quiz that isn't related to the quiz itself as a topic, but it's related to the way the quiz is put together. There's a little twist. All right, now we are going to do Price Watch because I actually have put Price Watch together for the show as well, and then after Price Watch, we're going to do Ian's segment. After that, yeah. So stick around. Oh, Andy, you're going to love this one this week. You are going to love it. Starting with the Almost 20, the Almost 20 Mark II.
Wow.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe a scam? I don't know.
Ooh, I don't know. It's big.
It could
though,
just
isn't
be
it?
an
It's big.
amazing deal. It happens.
I mean, even that MS-20 controller wouldn't be that cheap. So
Yeah, I remember the.
Look, dudes. It's for the patch cables.
It's got 8 days to go. It's only
Warning:
it's just started,
synth pictured not included.
Yeah.
Patch cables
live.
only.
Live on eBay. Here we go.
God, it's still. Yeah.
100% positive. So he's
Is this real, guys? Let's see.
I think it's real. I just think it's just started his auction really low.
he just started low. Yeah.
He I warn everyone: do not sell your synths on eBay unless you want to move it really, really quick. If you want the best price for your synths, do not use eBay because you're going to get the worst
I've been
price.
using Reverb. Yeah, I mean, because the amount that Reverb, the amount that eBay take is massive. So I sold my son's guitar this week for 250 quid on eBay, right? And he will get £185 after all the fees.
Yeah.
So that
I
just
reckon,
shows you.
Ian, I reckon we should come back and visit this. 'Cause
Yeah, I think so.
eight
Yeah.
days it ends, right? So we should be able
Yeah.
to see what it gets up to next Saturday. It will still be auctioned live unless he's pulled it down. He's changed his mind.
20 people are watching.
Yeah. Yeah.
At least there's more than one picture.
Yeah, at least there's more one picture. This is
Yeah.
the thing, Andy. It's confusing me because usually the hallmarks of
Yeah.
a scam, the one
Yeah,
picture,
just one picture, yeah.
and then
But there are
some-
no green check marks on the title. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when
it's
he's-
all wrong.
He's obviously
Yeah.
The vibe's
One
not
man
there,
at a
is it,
time,
Andy? The vibe is not there.
definitely an
Yeah, yeah.
amateur.
All right. Why don't we go to the next one, which is just, I think, more just purely of interest other than anything else, and that's this. Sorry, Ian, I'm just going to move you for a sec.
Yeah, it's fine.
This is the
Ooh,
SVC 350 vocoder, which is kind of more of a bizarre vocoder in terms of all the vocoders that Roland ever made anyway.
Yeah. I'd struggled to get it to work. We had one in the
it's-
studio for a brief period of time.
It's
I didn't
Moog.
really understand what it was.
It's kind of like a clone of the Moog. I feel like it's Roland's
Yeah,
take
okay.
on the Moog vocoder,
Yeah,
but
the
different
Voda
again.
vocoder.
Yeah, but different again. So it's your formant style.
Yeah, it didn't give a very recognisable vocoder sound. It was modulated voice, but it wasn't really traditional vocoder sound.
Don't know if I'd spend that sort of money on it though, to be honest.
But that's that old Roland stuff that's built like a tank. Look at that metal.
Oh
It's
yeah,
crazy.
oh yeah,
clean.
absolutely. 2,699.
Yeah,
It's
nah, I
located
wouldn't spend
in Whittier in California. Whittier. Whereabouts is that, Andy?
that's-
Whittier.
Southern California.
Right. Okay. What, San Diego sort of place?
It may not ship to Australia though.
Yeah.
No, we're screwed, Darren, over here. Everything doesn't ship here, mate. That's the problem. Nothing ships here. All right, what else we got? We've got this also. This is the Super Jupiter.
Yep, the Yeti.
I see.
Yeah, but I don't mind the price on this. I don't mind the price, as long as it's not a scam. But like I said,
I would only go with the editor. It needs an editor.
Same guy, isn't it?
don't-
Same
So is
guy?
it-
no, Tone Tweakers are pretty good. They're a
Because he
reputable
says
place.
buying this.
So is the 80 the same as the...
All right, for 30 years.
Okay, so
10.
if Kent is in chat, I don't know if he is or not, but he'll be screaming at
I've not seen
everyone.
him.
This is not the same as an 80, as a Jupiter. Sorry, as a Jupiter 8.
Holy
is-
smokes! Look at the price of the shipping.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, yeah. Slightly different voice architecture according to Kent. I've had massive discussions about it with him before. But the Super Jupiter, you're going to get Jupiter 8 sounds out of it, but it's just not going to be 100% exactly the same. I believe the
It's
the
the same with the
VCOs
MKS50. It's not an Alpha Juno exactly, right? So
I believe the VCOs are different, right? That's what I believe.
yeah.
Kent's not here, by the way, so we can't ask him.
No, I've not seen him.
But it is a nice looking synth. And I know Wags loves these type of old retro rack mounted stuff. I know he may even have one of these. Some pretty good nick.
Remember, I used to see it with the programmer for that much. Now it's gone way up.
Yeah, but even still, I still think, Andy, that's a pretty good price when you think how much a Jupiter's going for. Right? A Jupiter's going for stupid money right now. And
Yeah.
really, okay, you're not getting hands-on like a Jupiter, but you're going to get the sounds. And if you can find that programmer, you're laughing. Laughing all the way to the number one hit that you're going to make on it. All right. Next one I thought was just bizarre, and I just wanted to show you guys because I've never ever heard of it, and doesn't mean it doesn't exist and stuff like that. But Electronics DSM I don't even know what this stuff is. It's kind of just piqued my interest. They're drum machines, right? Drum synths. So let's have a look. It's on eBay again. We'll go full screen on this sucker.
Isn't this the Cheetah? Isn't this one made by Cheetah?
It's very bad photos. MRC, MPC, MRC or something. I can't remember the name of the company. Electronics. They're all like drum modules. There's toms. There's I don't know if it's like
Cambridge.
Simmons. I don't know if you're using the Simmons connectors on this. If it's one of those type things.
There's a Cheetah module for drums called DSM or sampling module. Interesting.
So these have got like sequences and stuff on here.
Okay, I wonder if that's anything. Time for me to get my camera out again.
MPC Electronics, Cambridge in England. Pad input, trigger input. So it's definitely one of those maybe new order type thing. You know how they had the pads on stage?
Yeah.
I wonder if it is actually. I'm really intrigued
But
now.
those brains that had the Simmons pads, they would need an input for each drum pad.
Yeah.
That hasn't got that.
No.
Too bad there's no sound demo with it, like a video. They usually put a video with it.
Yeah, I know. There's no sound demo. Let me see. I just want to double check something here. It doesn't say anything. MPC-DSM is the abbreviation that they're using. Drums? 1985. There we go. You can get sample packs of this stuff by a few different places. There you go. So this is an article by the Musines. I don't know if you guys have checked out that website. It's pretty good, actually. The Musines website.
Yeah, it's good.
But there you go. There's a dude there with his electric drum pads connected up to the MPC. Yeah. The DSM 32. It looks different. That particular one looks different. Might be a newer one. 1985 though. It wouldn't be. Maybe it might be digital. I don't know. Yeah, it's got some digital sort of side to it. Maybe it's a digital sample type thing. Anyway, it definitely sparked a bit of intrigue with me. That's for sure. Never heard of it.
Yeah.
And you know, because it is drum synthesis, it does tick the box for the synthesizers. That's for sure. $1,000. I don't know if it's worth $1,000, but you know, someone will tell us. Anyone in chat saying it?
So it probably goes do do do.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I remember that exactly.
Exactly.
Is there any videos
like
on that?
The GHS syndrome. Do 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 do.
Pew pew pew.
Yeah.
Here we go. It's using the TR-606 to trigger it.
It's a bit like of a Mona, the RM, isn't it? But only split up into 19-inch rack modules.
Yeah. Probably going to get a massive copyright claim now for showing that video. Anyway, there you go. That's Price Watch, guys. What would you buy?
MKS80 probably.
Korg MS-20 for $8 Euro.
Oh, yeah, the
Yeah, I
Korg
think I'd buy that.
I've got one. Only to sell it on for a proper price.
I guarantee it's going to be a blog article on your blog after you find out that that you got a
I already
magnet.
got the MS-20 Mini for $400. So
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Right, Andy. Guess who's going to do a new segment?
was that?
You've
Ian.
not been here.
Oh,
You ready?
My turn.
Here we go.
I'll go for it.
all right.
On this day. Actually, I should do it. Where was it, Chris?
Yeah.
There was a reverb. Come on, where's the reverb?
Yeah, it was.
On this day.
On this day.
Yeah.
Tell him he's dreaming.
Let's go.
Yeah,
to
it's dreaming.
Ian. On this
So-
day, Ian. Off you go, buddy.
All right. So I'm starting in 1611.
Oh,
So there's not a lot of synthesizers, and we'll get to music in a bit. But 1611, first showing of really some bloke called William Shakespeare's The Tempest. Okay. So there you go. So apparently, obviously, there's nobody around who was actually there to tell us for sure, but
Nobody
it was,
there.
you know,
If it wasn't
Yeah,
on,
and
if it
then
wasn't on
you
Twitter or
ju-
X,
Weren't people still fighting over whether there was actually two guys? There was a whole conspiracy about that? Whether it was not just one guy, but two guys
what,
writing
Shakespeare.
stuff? Yeah.
Well, William Shakespeare did have people that basically had apprentices. He had people writing for him. So there is some doubt as to that he wrote everything himself. But it would be like, you get sort of famous artists now. They'll have assistants who
Ghost
do,
writers.
so everything's under their watch. And I suspect that was
Yeah.
probably happening with William Shakespeare. Then we jump to 1917. And in 1917, on this day, we had the British issued something called the Balfour Declaration, which is absolutely still relevant today. The Balfour Declaration was a statement of support for the establishment of Palestine, in Palestine, of a national home for the Jewish people. Now we are still living with this. Here we are, all these decades and decades later. I mean, I don't want to get into politics, but that was probably one of Britain's darkest days, really, if I'm honest. Nothing against
Not their best.
the Jewish people and Israel, but anyway. Then we've got what have we got next? We've got 1980. Bruce Springsteen gets to number one with The River. Now, I'm a bit of a Bruce Springsteen fan, and I do like The River. And in fact, I went to see the film, the new film about the making of Nebraska. It's more about his mental health and how he made the album. It's very nerdy. Probably said this last week, actually. But
it was.
definitely worth a visit. But
Definitely.
yeah. And actually, I've just missed one. 1968, George Harrison did his first solo album. Now, I've never heard this album, but it's actually called Wonderwall Music. And I wonder if Oasis is that where they got the name for the song Wonderwall from, because they're massive Beatles fans.
I wouldn't be surprised.
So apparently it was on it. It's predominantly instrumental and was in some film at the time.
Oh, I think I've heard this album. I
I'll
definitely
find the
have heard
actual
this.
bit of the article.
Yeah.
I've never heard it.
I liked.
Although I know that he did it.
I
Is
like
this the
George's stuff.
experimental album, I wonder?
Yeah, I reckon it is.
So there'll be lots of synthesizers on it. Over
I
time.
really like George's solo stuff. I really did.
Yeah,
Yep.
I like some of his other stuff. Then what else have we got? We've got there's an Australian link somewhere. Well, we apparently on this day Taylor Swift got sued for stealing some of the lyrics for the Shake It Off song in that 2015. That one missed. I have to say that one went straight past me. I missed that one completely. We've got.
That was a pretty good song.
What else have we got? Actually, it was. It's not a bad album, actually. I
Is
do
that
have it.
1989? The album? I think it's.
The album is 1989.
That's
yeah.
a really
Yeah.
good album.
So, yeah, in 1st of November 2004, here we are, the Australian link. A man who allegedly stalked Australian pop star Natalie Imbruglia was deemed too mentally ill to be interviewed by the police.
Oh, I remember this.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah, a 44-year-old fan was arrested after turning up on the doorstep of the singer's £2 million house in Berkshire.
Yeah, she lives
after
in the
flying
UK.
to London from Australia. Yeah, she does. Yeah, so you know,
She was quite torn about that, I feel, Ian.
actually, Todd, is it?
If you like her song "Torn," you should hear the person who wrote it
original.
actually sing it. Yeah, the original.
Yeah, she did a really good interview because actually it's really because her version's actually quite different.
It was, Paul. Thanks, mate.
Yeah. So yeah, I've just found the bit about George Harrison's album. So people that played on it: Eric Clapton, Ringo Starr, and an unaccredited banjo contribution from Peter Tork of the Monkees.
Oh, the Monkees are in it. Nice.
Yeah. The Doors played a residency for a whole month in 1966, somewhere called the Ondine Disco in Manhattan. Never heard of that place. It's probably long gone, isn't it? So who was born on this day, right? Okay. We've got Joe Donovan, who I have no idea who Joe Donovan is, but apparently he's in the indie pop band The Blossoms. Anybody here into The Blossoms? I have to say I've not really listened to them
I
at
do
all,
know
but,
the Blossoms song.
Yeah, I think they were. Didn't they play at Preston? That big outside. Is it Preston? Up north. I'm sure they was playing up north.
They had a big hit.
The outside,
the
like
Blossoms.
Never heard of
They must have
Blossoms,
done,
only
yeah,
Gin
yeah.
Blossoms.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I absolutely love the Gin Blossoms. I've got most of their albums, if not all of them, but massive fan of the Gin Blossoms. Great sort of 90s indie band, weren't they? Great songs. 1st of November 1969, Darren Partington is born. Do you know who Darren Partington is? From the electronic music group 808 State.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Yeah, formed in
Pacific.
'87 in Manchester.
love
By
808
Graham
State.
Massey, Martin Pearson,
Oh, why didn't I pick
Gerald
that up?
Simpson. Yeah. Taking the name from the Roland TR-808 drum machine. Well, who would have guessed that?
Never would have guessed that. Yeah.
Problem with me.
And the state
Ian,
of
was
mind the members shared, apparently. Yeah.
I was reading about the
There might have been
Blossoms when
drugs
you asked
involved.
that.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Darren, you should know them because they're in your area. They're in Manchester,
Yeah.
and the cool
That's what I was
like you,
saying. Yeah.
cool like you is the main song that most people would know.
Yeah. Really good.
Yep.
1963, Rick Allen, the drummer from good old Northern Sheffield band Def Leppard, is born. This is the one-handed drum,
The
one-armed
guy that-
drummer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
car
which,
accident guy.
I mean, yeah. I mean, his story's incredible, really, isn't it? You know,
Mm.
because I've been seeing the fact that while he was still in hospital, he says, "I'll learn to drum again. I'll learn to drum again," and the band are thinking, "No, you're not. Absolutely no. We're going to have to get somebody else." But
Luckily for him,
you
the
know.
drum beats they used were pretty simple anyway. So, you know.
Yeah.
They did
Good old
get someone
rock.
Well,
else.
but also
They
he
did get
did.
someone
I mean,
else.
they did get someone else.
Yeah, they did.
Is that right?
They used him, but they did also get someone else. They just don't talk
I
about it.
didn't know that
Yeah,
because I know that he uses lots of foot pedals, doesn't he?
yeah.
You know, as well
So
as
he's on
as one arm.
stage, and it's a story. They
Yeah.
love the idea of the story, but they actually did get someone else to do recordings and stuff. Yeah,
Right.
because that happened before Hysteria, right? His accident happened before
No,
Hysteria.
I think it was after. It was after Hysteria, wasn't
It
it?
was after Hysteria, right? Okay.
I think it was after Hysteria because I've got Hysteria and I've got the album before it and I've got the greatest hits. But
Pyromania is their best album.
That's the one I've got. Yeah, that's the one before it, isn't it? But,
Yeah, that's the first.
really good production of the time by Mutt Lange.
1984 was when he had his car accident in December, according to
Oh no!
Gemini.
And And when was Hysteria? Was that after? Because 1988
I
was the
always
number
thought-
one single, Love Bites. So
I
it
always
might have
thought
been-
Hysteria was after he had his accident, because I
might
thought
be
Pyrotechnics was when Hysteria was 87.
Oh, so it's after.
Pyrotechnics is when
I
he
was
had
wrong.
his accident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And-
Pyromania came out when I was in like middle school, so
Ian, just before you go on to the next, the whole Def Leppard thing is a really, really intriguing story. You know, after they made that Hysteria album, they actually made another album and they screwed it up and put it in the bin. They literally recorded it, everything.
I didn't know that.
They were like perfectionists. They became perfectionists, and it was to their own detriment.
Is this the album that they didn't do with Mutt Lang because he wasn't available? Because they did something, because they, that the sound that he created with them is very, very, it's them.
Yeah, yeah.
And it is very, very 1980s. I thought
Mutt
that
was
they'd done
great.
an album with somebody else, and cause it didn't sound right, because obviously didn't sound like his production, But so it might well have been that, but
Yep.
Next we've got the Red Hot Chili Peppers lead vocalist Anthony. Is it Keldis? Was born
Kiedis.
today
Yeah.
in 19. Kiedis was born today in 1962. I have to say I was never a fan of the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, I
but,
love them. I love them. Yep.
they're good. But
odd,
that
odd
guy,
songs I
not to
heard
get-
on the radio.
Not to get into
was the
politics,
really
but that
big
guy
album?
has a horrible track record with criminal stuff. So
Has he really? What was the really big
regarding
album that they
women.
had?
So
Oh, there's a bit to know about him.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's got he's from Los Angeles, right?
Yeah.
I think so. I think Cher babysat him at one point. Literally babysat. They were like neighbors or something. So when he was a little
Really?
kid, he was. Can you imagine that's your babysitter?
Yeah.
My mother babysat Bob Hawke.
The thing,
Oh,
I think,
Prime Minister.
but the thing to know about him, right, is that he actually has Mohican blood in him. So he's got the First
That's why he has
Nation
tattoos. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, it's kind of funny because there's just some interesting theories about how much he does and whether it's he sort of jumped on it a bit more than what he should have. I don't know. There's also what the US are like. They like to jump on people and try and knock them down. I guess it's that thing, isn't it? The grandiose sort of stuff that people do.
Well, if they're criminals though, or
Tall
have a
poppy
criminal
syndrome.
past, then there's a reason for it. But plenty of criminals get away with it.
Well, he definitely
Yeah.
he definitely admits to it. Like he definitely told people that he used marijuana and cocaine and stuff when he was a teenager. He told people about that. There was some weird sex stuff that he got involved with. That obviously what you were referring to, Andy. But if he's actually when you look at him as a character, he's actually a sex symbol. So a lot of people thought of him that way anyway. That's for sure. But yeah.
I mean, the best guys in the band are the guitar and the bass player anyway. So it's just.
Well, bass player had a birthday last show. Chad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did. Was it Chad or was it the
I
drummer?
didn't know.
Chad the drummer?
No, Flea's the bass
he was
player.
the bass player, wasn't
Oh, Flea's the bass player. Chad's the drummer.
Yeah.
he? Chad's the
That's
drummer.
right.
Okay. I didn't know.
And he's
Anthony
he's an amazing drummer. He can do lots of others. I've seen him do other things which are not even sort of jazz stuff. He's a really, really good drummer. Not just a pop drummer.
Well, like I said, I didn't know Anthony. Was 63. I actually thought he was younger than that.
Yeah, they look pretty good for their age, I have to say. So.
Is that you, Chris?
It is indeed.
Okay, that's okay. You can keep doing it. I'm just wondering who it is.
I've got background music, which is
Yeah,
brilliant.
I love it.
So,
Keep going in. You're doing well.
Right, okay. 1st of November 1962. Mags, here we go. I'm really crap at pronouncing people's names. Mags Fulferhumman. Anyway, the guitar and keyboard player from Aha is born.
Oh, there was an
we all
aha
know.
thing the other day. There was some other reference to them the other day. What was that about?
So, I mean, one of my all-time favorite songs is "Take on Me."
Yeah,
it's just such a great
but
song.
there
The
was
video
def-
too is
no.
amazing. The video
There
is
was
really
something
good.
video
about
is
them.
absolutely stunning. Yeah.
Guys in chat, help me out. There was definitely something about aha not that long ago, like within the last couple of weeks. There was something about them in the news.
Yeah, I do remember, but I can't remember what it is. Alas.
Well, Take on Me took quite a few times and a few reworks before it actually became a hit, didn't it? It was released
wasn't there some
before it
story
actually
about
came
them? They waited for the video as well.
The
because
video was the
is-
thing. The video was definitely the
Yeah,
link.
it was done
'Cause
with
it was-
live action pencil sketch.
It
pencil
won,
sketch,
it won awards, the video. Massive awards. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
groundbreaking.
Six awards, and was nominated for 2 others in the '86 MTV.
So much
Video
damn work.
Music
I mean,
Awards.
no computers used on it. Really,
It's
no,
just-
no,
yeah,
no
it's
AI
incredible.
bullshit.
Just amazing.
Yeah.
Feat of
Yeah.
animation,
Yeah,
really.
absolutely, it's brilliant. And a
It's
really
actually played at animation
it-
festivals.
it-
I've seen it at animation festivals before.
So iconic.
well, it's about the story as well, isn't it? You know, there's a real story to that video. You know, with the girl.
Yeah,
they
yeah,
did.
it's a good- it's a narrative,
There's a thing
yeah.
on YouTube about where they go back, and she's interviewed in the last few years, and the cafe is actually. I think it's still there. It's got a different name now, and it looks very different from the outside in London where it was filmed. You know, but absolutely brilliant, really. Coming to the end here, we've got
One second, before we jump onto that,
Go on.
two
Sure.
things about aha. Two things. One is non-synth related and one synth related, right? Number one is the non-synth related. I never knew that aha were Norwegian. I always thought they were from the UK until
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
really?
know, probably about maybe 10 years ago, I found out they were Norwegian. So that's the first thing.
All right. We always knew to be Norwegian.
Yeah. Well, you guys do because you
Did
live
I?
in the
Yeah,
UK, right? And the second thing is, the synth-related stuff is, did you know that they used a Fairlight CMI, they used a Yamaha DX7 and a PPG Wave. And the drums, Chris? were
Yep.
drums.
Of course they were.
Yeah.
Yep.
Heavily processed, but yeah. I remember the DX7 was on there.
I knew they used the D. They do the DX7 with. And they used to mask out the bits of Yamaha and the DX7 bit on the back of it on
That's
on
right,
videos.
they
I
did,
remember
didn't they?
seeing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the main
Yeah.
melody, I just wanted to finish this off before Ian goes to his next bit, is a Juno, Darren. A Juno
Yeah.
60.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah. But that's what I'm saying. I'm sure they'd written it quite early on, and it didn't work
That's Juno.
when it was demoed.
Yep.
The track, and they brought someone in to
Yeah, probably.
retweak it and everything, and that's
Yep.
where they started introducing some other synths and things.
There you go. There's the synth relation. That's a good one, Ian. That one's definitely got synth relation.
that is a good
Brilliant
one.
one.
I'm
So,
ticking that box.
Right, so we've got 1st of November 1954. Now, bear with me on this one. I've got a story to connect to this one. So,
Right.
somebody called Chris Morris, who was the guitarist from England pop rock band Paper Lace, right? Nothing to do with synths at all. Who scored number 1 in 1974, right? But my story about the fact that I once joined a band, and the manager of Paper Lace wanted to manage the band that I was in, and we turned him down. But anyway, that's but yeah. So Billy Don't Be the Hero. Billy Don't Be a Hero was Paper Lace's big. They were a bit cringy. Even I vaguely remember them. But yeah, and I remember going to this guy's office, and he had like a gold record and on the wall with Paper Lace and all that sort of stuff. Trying to impress this sort of jazz funk band I was in at the time, which we didn't go down well really. But what else have we got? That's probably about it. Most of the other people on this list have. Oh, Jim Steinman. What the hell, Jim Steinman? Born today. Meatloaf. Bat Out of Hell.
Mm.
So,
Is he
he's
alive,
73.
Ian? Is he alive?
No, he's not. He died at 73, age 73 from kidney
did.
failure.
He certainly did. Not
Yeah,
that long ago either.
2021.
There you go.
No, 21. Yeah.
4
But
years
I
ago.
have to say, Battle is a brilliant album. You know, I mean, some of the other stuff that Steinman did wasn't that hot. I was once asked to join a Meatloaf tribute band, and I went, I can't do the arpeggios. I can't every night. I can't be playing all those arpeggios every night. So never do it. You know.
I like you're talking about Meatloaf with the Jean-Michel Jarre sounds in the background. So
Yeah.
That's good, Ian.
Probably.
Don't know, mate.
That's more or less it. But the rest of it is just got, you know, people we've never heard of, really.
Yeah. But 1st of November being an interesting, very rarely do you get a show starting on the 1st of the month, but here we go. As I used to say when I was a kid, pinch and a punch for the first day of the month.
Ah, yes. Yes, we did.
Pinch and a kick for being so quick. Actually,
Exactly.
Jane did say to me when she woke up this morning, that's exactly what she said to me.
Yeah. Indeed. Okay, should we do the third clue for the quiz? I think we should. Here we go. Here it comes. Ready, set. Album.
Okay.
Zoop. Boom. Let us know in your chat what the synth is that we're referring to. Let us know. Put Synth Quiz and then your answer. You can have as many guesses as you like, but your first guess is your official guess. And there we go. We've got one already guessed in, locked in by one person.
I think he's right.
We've
Damn
got
him.
Vicky's saying
Oh, I see.
something. We've got Chris saying Matron.
The obvious.
Yeah.
Matron.
Because it's obvious. Yeah. Mtron.
I'm going to go OP1 Field then, just to be awkward.
Okay. Put it in. Type it in.
Okay. I really have these with 6,000, but we won't go there.
I tell you what though, I when I let you guys know who the synth master is, with the weird twist to the synth quiz this week, I think we should probably sack the synth master.
Like, I mean, I didn't see the first clue, but I think Wagu's got it. So that sounds
Probes
right
is
to me.
saying he answered it during. What did Probes write? Let's go scrolling back now.
The scam section.
Probably after the second clue, maybe. Okay, I'm going back Probes, and I don't think. Oh no, we've talked about Mario Maggio there. Yeah, we go. Ooh, okay. I found it, Probes. You're in, mate. You're in. Yep, I found it. Wags, don't worry. I found it. I can scroll as well. It's okay. All right, shall we release the hounds? I think we should. Synth Quiz answer for this week is Teenage Engineering OP1.
Very good. I get it.
Absolutely.
What was the first clue? I didn't see it.
Probes is the clue.
G-Force.
G-Force.
So the G-force is at
Yeah.
the
Accelerometer.
Yeah.
Accelerometer thing.
accelerometer. Yeah, gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Wags, you I don't know if I believe you. I don't know. He's trying to justify himself now, saying that he didn't see Probes as a guess. Yes. Good on you, Probes. You can brag for the whole week now. Don't forget, stop some random stranger in the street, tap him on the shoulder,
So you won.
tell you won the synth
Say,
quiz.
hey, stranger.
Yeah.
Say, look, stranger.
Yeah, look how good I am.
And then they'll make fun of you.
Have a
for
little
bringing
head
up the
wobble when you're
OP1,
doing it.
so.
Got to have, don't you, Chris? You got to have a little head wobble.
Yeah.
By the way, okay, I'm letting you guys know who the synth master is this week, and you guys are going to have an absolute little giggle about it. The synth master this week is Google Gemini. And Google Gemini, sorry, but you get the sack.
Did you tell it to be deliberately misleading or something?
I don't know how many times I had to ask it to get it right. It stuffed me around for about 5 minutes. And they kept saying, no, you didn't get that. I didn't tell you to do that. Go back. It's like a freaking little toddler telling a toddler what to do.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
terrible.
they try to please, don't they? Let's face it, AI just tries to please all the time.
What's the link between
Even if it doesn't
G-Force
know.
and the OP16 accelerometer, isn't it, Bert?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like an effects thing on the OP1.
You can apply it to all kinds of stuff. The modulation matrix is very good on
yeah.
the OP1. So
I think the tape was the dead giveaway, I feel. But I
Especially
wasn't,
Although
I
I
wasn't
didn't-
sure.
that little tape.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you guys
Yeah,
were going
although
to
I
pick it
didn't
up.
get it. I didn't pick it up. No.
I just thought the obvious thing:
Yeah.
tapes and albums, Mellotron. So
But you were thinking about G-Force software, you know, like, what's his name?
that's exactly right. That's why I thought it was deliberately designed to be lead us up the garden path.
Well, technically, we probably could do a VST, because it is a synthesizer still, couldn't we? Now you got me thinking.
Have I just opened up a whole world? Yeah, well, whole world of abuse.
I mean, you already did a whole modular wall, so there you go. That's one.
For the synth quiz? I did it for the
Yeah.
name that synth.
No, yes. Good point.
Yeah.
Totally
Not for
That's
the
true.
synth quiz.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Sorry.
Yeah.
No,
We're
you're
just
right.
not letting you go away with that synth quiz.
I know. Like,
Synth. Name that synth.
so if I had an ARP 2500, you guys, yep, that would have been cool. Brilliant. But because it was a Behringer 2500, you guys, it was modular. Nah, you're wrong. Hey, Daren, how's that cooking for you now,
Yep, and we stand by that.
mate?
Like who says there's going to be riots if we start using VSTs?
It's got to be a riot. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so we have got through all the segments, and we are up to this segment now, which is called Saturday Sonority, where you can do what in?
Ask us anything.
Indeed. Indeed you can. Yeah.
But only what
Only what, Darren?
ask us anything, but only what we know.
Well, they asked
We know nothing.
Darren. Ask Darren what he knows. Start with that.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know should be our favourite answer.
Should.
However, we're all a bunch of know-it-alls, so
Well, you speak for yourself, matey.
Aye. I know my webcam's very flipping not the best. I've put the
Well, neither
lights
is
on,
mine.
which is unusual.
I'm not really this
No, but at
pale. You
least-
do know that, don't you?
Darren, you look
I'm
so
not usually this
pixely. It's
pixelated.
funny.
And I know. Yeah, but on the
It's
screen,
really-
you see, the thing is, sending news looks quite clear on the corner of the screen. It looks quite nice and clear. But obviously, the one that's getting fed back, I'm looking.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It looks a bit pixelated, yeah.
The missus is probably watching YouTube, mate. Or Netflix or something at the same time. That's probably what's happening.
It's a web hog.
Yeah.
No,
We
there's
had-
no one else on the internet.
We had a fiber upgrade here. I feel like it was last month. I can't remember if it was last month or earlier last week.
start taking Metamucil. Got a fibre update.
Yeah, you know the picture I can see of myself is perfectly nice and
That's
fine.
right.
It's fantastic. So it's just what I can see.
Well, that's what you say to yourself in the mirror every morning, Darren. But
Yeah.
And then I turn it round.
it's a bit like what is it? Snow White, isn't it? The mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all?
Mm-hmm.
Snow White. Darren saying, "It's me, isn't it?"
I do that when I write a tune.
Oh dear. I think we're all guilty of that.
Metamucil.
This is the best thing I've ever written.
All right,
I usually get
chatties.
back. No, try again.
Chatties have got questions. And can anyone get on the Florian sale now? Can't seem to anymore. I don't know. It was last week. Last week's news. What's going on? Why are we doing last week's news?
It's still going on. That sale.
I've now got to go into my article and get the link and... Bloody hell. What the hell? How long ago was that? 7 days ago?
Yeah.
Here we go. All the way down to the end. Jeez, we did all that stuff last week. Jeez, we're busy. I don't
Florian
think you
should sell one of
guys-
his flutes from the 70s. He used to play flute a lot.
And his,
Alright,
and
so
his passport.
what do you mean
buy
you
his
can't get
passport.
on? What does he mean he can't get on the site? I just got on it there. It is there. $2,000 for his passport. Are you serious?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
they're
I
the
know.
flutes, yeah.
Yeah.
You're selling the flutes. There you go.
Yeah, there's the flutes.
And a recorder and a bunch of stuff.
Where's that thing I was going to bid on? Where is it going? Where's it going? Where's it going? There we go. That's not too bad. The Hohner
900 for a.
Quartet. There you go. You can bid. Working fine to me. I mean, I'm not gonna bid, so I'm not gonna go any further than that. But works
Has
works
famous
fine.
spit all over it. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Maybe your browser, mate. Yeah, maybe it is. Anyway. Yeah, I mean, I feel like if I got the Hohner cheese grater Bicky, and I got the MPC Live 3, which has got the cheese grater for your wrists as you're resting it just below the pads,
Yeah.
I kind of feel like
I'm
we're
looking
in,
forward to that.
we could go to Wensleydale and get some nice cheese and...
Hook him up to a cheese grater Mac.
yeah, we can. The cheese grater,
Yeah,
man.
cheese grater. My
Absolutely,
God, yeah.
Andy. I forgot about that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Big old cheese grater.
I don't know if I'd be buying anything from that auction, boys. I think that's for stupid people. Unless you, I mean, look, if you can sneak in and find something in the corners of the auction that no one's bid on, and you think that's got some legs, go for it. But I really think most of that's been picked. Anything that would kind of have legs to sort of go, oh, this is the Kraftwerk guy's suit. No one's gonna care, honestly.
Yeah, I bought stuff from Junkie XL's thing 2 years ago, whatever. Not because he owned it, because it was a piece I wanted.
And the price was okay, I guess.
Price was good. The problem is, if I did want to have it as some kind of like bragging thing or whatever, they stopped giving certificates of authenticity after the first 100 items or whatever. So I couldn't even get a certificate with mine. It's just, yep, you bought it from him. There you go. So.
Yeah.
What's like? I had I've sold it now, but I had an MKS70 which had a cartridge in it, which was Nick Kershaw's.
Cool.
He actually owned it before, and so I messaged him on Twitter, and I said, Nick, was this the MKS70 that you used to have? And he replied, and he said, probably. And because I only got probably, I could never really sort of hang my hat on that.
No. Yeah.
He just said, wouldn't it be good if you had the right answer?
Ah.
Yay. Terrible.
Couldn't resist. Sorry. Yeah. How often does Nick Kershaw come up? So.
Good songwriter. Actually, some of his albums are really good. Some of his later albums are really good.
I've just got to do the Michael. Here we go.
Stop it. Get some help.
I've plugged my little stream deck in now, so I'm happy. Yeah, keep asking questions, boys and girls, in chat. There's people here. I mean, I'm just reclining tonight. Look, I'm reclining in my chair.
Well, wait a minute. Wait.
Myself, my
Wasn't you gonna
working's
have a rant about Halloween or something?
Oh, I just don't
done.
like
No,
it,
you
Darren.
just don't like it.
I just don't like it.
Don't like
I
it at
think
all?
Right.
not at all. I think the
How
whole
about horror
purpose.
movies?
The whole purpose of Halloween originally was to celebrate the harvest, right? That was the purpose of it. That's why they have the pumpkin and everything like that. But now
Well, it was also like child and animal sacrifice too, if you go way back. So
the Irish thing, yeah. But if you're talking about actually what it's done now, it's now a commercialized piece of rubbish where everything that people put around their house usually ends up in landfill because it doesn't last. And the children are just going around to people's houses. Hopefully they don't get picked up by a pedophile in a white van, and they're eating friggin' candy. It's bad. The whole thing is bad. Sorry, I just don't like it at all.
Oh,
No,
Yeah, it's a bit
don't like it.
cringy. for
Well, I
me.
must admit,
Yeah, it is. I
over
mean-
here it has gone very commercialised because we have Bonfire Night, which is on the 5th of November, which sort of has a meaning behind it. But that's sort of almost vanished now, and Halloween takes over.
When's
Yeah.
well,
mischievous?
just be glad it's candy and not
Because
the
we've got
actual
that as well.
practice from Samhain. You don't want Samhain. That was
But
bad
Andy,
news.
but Andy, if it went back to the original concept, which was to do with celebrating the harvest, you would eat the fruits of that harvest, and you'd probably have freaking pumpkin pie or something healthy anyway, not freaking candy. At least get rid of the candy
Yeah, pumpkin pie is good. Yeah.
and get rid of the plastic crap that you're buying from the all the different
Yeah,
places.
but think
to
of all the
decorate
other
your house
stuff. We
with.
have Thanksgiving where they put plastic crap up. We have Christmas where they put plastic crap up. Every holiday has the same crap.
That's
so you
what I'm
want to get rid
saying.
of all of those then.
No, not all of them, but I'm just thinking there's too many of them. Because if you
Yeah.
think about it, you can split the year up into so many different things where the commercial crap just lumps on it, right? There's Mother's Day, there's Father's Day, there's Easter, there's Christmas, there's Halloween, there's, you start thinking about all the ones during the year.
But a
Thanksgiving
lot of
in
those
the
are
US.
invented for companies to sell cards. Like Hallmark is way behind some of that stuff. Sell more crap for the day.
Yeah.
Like Grandparents' Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day. It's kind of like a fake day. Just be nice to your parents and grandparents all the time. Don't have a stupid day for it.
Well, I don't mind having a
No,
day
but,
for it, but just don't turn it into a commercialized crap.
It has to. It always
my
does.
father,
Yeah,
my
exactly.
Father's Day this year, my boys are taking me to a concert next month.
Sweet.
I reckon
Oh
that's
no,
awesome.
Father's Day was, yeah. So I'm going over to London, and they're taking me to a night out, which is
Nice.
it's a rarity to be fair. It's usually just a card and a packet of crisps, but it's,
Overcompensating
they
much?
pushed the boats out. Well, I didn't pay for the ticket. I think I've paid for the tickets myself. I might not. No, they might have transferred the money.
See, I'm also a parent, Ian. So I mean, I don't know how many people here are parents in the show, but I know Ian and I are. And one of the things I'm a big believer in, and that is to make sure that I'm available and around as much as I possibly can for my kids.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because you can quite easily go the other way. You get involved in your career and completely, never see your children, and before you know it, they've all grown up and left home, and then you regret stuff because you missed out. So
I completely agree with you. I have one regret. When I was doing my masters, Jane, the boys were probably about 8 and 10 at the time, and she said, "We're going to go to the coast for the day. We're going to go to the seaside, and can you come with us? I've got 3 assignments to do," and I didn't go, and I always regret that. Now the boys now say to me, if you hadn't have done that masters, you wouldn't have got a better job. You wouldn't have been able to help us with our accommodation while we were at university. So they see that, but I still feel really guilty about that one day. I mean, I was there most of the time, but
that
one
was your
day where
sacrifice.
yeah, it was, and but they got it, but I still would rather have gone with them if I was honest, Paul was just asking what gig I'm going to go and see. I'm going to go and see Billy No Mates at a small venue, I think, in Hammersmith? Hampstead. Anyway, somewhere in London. So middle of next month. It's a charity gig, actually. There's 3 acts on. But yeah, I'm going to go see Billy No Mates.
The fun thing about Halloween though is as somebody's into films and studying makeup effects when I was a kid and stuff. I used to do my own makeup every Halloween and do practice on that stuff. I need an excuse for that. Halloween was the excuse. I can't just walk around with random fucking makeup on my
Yeah,
face.
it's
So
Oh, I don't know.
yeah.
there's a,
Well,
there's
you
a
can
lot
gashes
now.
on my neck and all kinds of hand
Andy,
stumps and all kinds of
You
stuff.
can now, mate.
There's-
You can.
Yeah.
Just do it now.
Yeah.
Well, sadly,
People-
you can't.
There's
People,
a-
people
yeah.
go,
Just go around and say I've got pronouns, and people go, "Cool,
yeah.
These are my
you're
choices.
good, mate."
Respect them.
I reckon, Andy, you could do a really cool Stephen King's It. You know,
Oh yeah.
I reckon you'd pull that off.
Well, the clown.
float down
The
here.
clown.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Hide down,
Definitely.
hide
Serious
down
clown
in
NG.
a little drain pipe somewhere.
Get down the drain with your hand.
Well, there been some pretty sad attempts at it, unfortunately, in the media. So the TV version was okay. The movie version,
I thought I liked the
Was,
TV show. Yeah, I
yeah,
enjoyed
Tim
the
Curry
TV
did
show.
a good job on it, I think.
Just so for
Yeah.
people who probably aren't sort of reading me properly in chat, when I say I don't like Halloween, it's a personal thing. But as a parent, I still walked around with my children and did trick or treating and
Oh,
did
yeah.
the parent thing. So it's not like I was a complete asshole and said no and just denied them that experience. I still walked around with my kids, and luckily for me, my kids, my youngest is 11. So he still probably is quite keen on walking around with his mates and picking up chocolate bars
Yeah.
from a random house. But my other kids, they're older, so they don't really care about it anymore.
Well, usually you keep a pack of cards in your house. If they knock at the door and come trick or treating, you give them the cards and say, "Show us a trick, then."
Darren,
what
I'm
happens
glad you
here-
qualified
yeah,
that
yeah,
with a pack
yeah.
of cards.
Yeah.
Turn that
Apparently you need to
turn
put
it
some-
into a coin.
Yeah.
Go on.
Darren's going to answer the door, and Rave Dave's going to pop
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
What,
They'll be running
the
away then.
what the flipping heck? Yeah.
That would be an awesome video to watch.
Yeah, but
Apparently here you have to put something in the window so that people know to knock on the door. So
Yeah,
it was, obviously
yeah,
there was loads
pumpkins
of
and
kids
stuff
around
like
last
that,
night.
yeah.
Yeah, we had nothing out
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we've got our kids are grown
It
up.
seems to
so
be the system they use
you know,
here as well.
yeah, it is. Yeah, but he was quite. I could hear the kids running around. It was sounded
Yeah.
quite fun.
Oh, they
actually.
were out.
You
They
know.
were out when I went for my
Yeah.
walk last night. And plenty of people doing cosplay as well, adults, I notice.
Yeah,
Some of them are on the way to
I haven't-
Halloween parties.
I've never done any of that stuff. I've never done the makeup thing.
Mm.
It's fun. I mean, it takes a lot of practice and
Yeah.
stuff, but
It's fun.
I'm no Tom Savini, but I could, muster some stuff here and there. But they had books aimed at kids. Like Dick Smith in the 60s made a book aimed at kids to do your own stuff with cotton and liquid latex and corn syrup and
Oh wow.
breadcrumbs and all kinds of stuff. You can make some pretty wicked stuff with just some kitchen stuff. So I got into that first. That was a lot of fun, actually.
And that's before you get to the knives.
That's right. Well, the rubber knives. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't go out with
See,
the
I
real
used to
knives,
like
somebody will
kids-
shoot you.
When our kids were small, we used to like doing their parties. Like I remember we had one year we had a pirate party. So for the pirate party, I had the eye patch and all the stuff. But we made a ship in the back garden for them to actually play with out of pallets.
That's
and
cool.
We had the sound of the sea and all that sort of stuff going on. It was quite good, and they helped.
Yeah.
Both kids helped.
Yeah.
That's the
To make all
thing.
that
Eye
stuff.
patch for pirates.
Mm.
Yeah.
Why they all wore eye patches?
It's 'cause
No,
they
Well,
were
who wants to
guys.
see
careless.
the eye hole? Nobody wants to see the hole there, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do that.
No.
They got poked in
I
the
don't know
eye
if
too
it's
much,
true,
Darren?
but didn't they used to put
Go to my eye.
No, didn't they used to put the patch over the eye even if the eye was fine? So if they got into battle, they could run down underneath the ship, the eye patch off, and the light transfer. They were all right for the light dark underneath the, in the ship.
Probably.
I'm sure I've heard
sounds,
that
it
somewhere.
sounds
Is
plausible.
that right?
And that was the
I
reason.
imagine a lot of them just wore it for
I'm not
for
100%.
look too. It was threatening looking. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darren,
But the
you
eye
know-
was always tuned to the dark underneath the ship to get the, suns and all that stuff.
Yeah, so they can see, yeah.
I mean,
Darren,
as an astronomy trick, you can use an eye patch for astronomy to get used to the dark. But
Darren, you know why they're called pirates, don't you?
Go on.
Because they are.
You can get your coat now.
Yeah. Where's that? Get some help as sound clip.
Yeah, get some help. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was in one of those bonbon things at Christmas time. You know, when you pull the bonds and the jokes come out.
The jokes, yeah. The dad jokes.
You didn't like that, Bicky? Ah. Boo.
Boo.
Yeah. All right. Well, lots of news, lots of interesting stuff this week. Daren wants me to talk about the evil thing next week, so we'll do that.
You don't have to. I was just curious. With you being really really into sort of granular, I seen it and I looked at it and I thought, oh, quite interesting. I don't actually is, to be honest. Depends on the price. But yeah, I thought with it being granular, and I knew you was quite big and granular. I didn't know where your levels of I want granular was, whether it was still up here or whether it's down here.
It's still up, but it's, you know, how much has been released? It's granular right now. It's crazy.
Well, the tasty chips is always a good thing, but I never see them anywhere.
Yeah, well, I've got a theory about that company, but I won't share that with you guys. Yeah. Yeah.
They're not French, are they?
No.
Don't start something.
No, they just don't build a product and then yeah. I'm not going to go there.
So Wagoo's doing jokes now.
Is he?
Read Wagoo's joke. Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
Wags. Everyone's telling him to calm down and chat. I like his jokes. His jokes were good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Come on, you've got shit big in a bad mood, so.
It's not like the jokes on the pub. When Kent's pub gets going in the jokes, the kiddies definitely can't tune in. So.
Yeah, they're R-rated, the jokes on the pub.
They're X-rated, yeah.
Yeah. We won't be doing those jokes here. But definitely worth watching the pub for. The only problem with the pub, every time they have a pub on, it's the middle of the friggin' day for me.
Yeah.
And I've got work to do.
It's a middle of the friggin' day for me usually as well.
The
afternoon ones.
You could have it on audio only and just listen to it.
Yeah, true.
I've done that before now as well. I've been busy doing stuff,
Yeah. Now, I think JX3D might have a show on tonight, if I remember rightly. Let me double check. You guys can probably check that anyway. If there is, anyway, head over to his channel.
I've been out of touch with him, so I don't even know.
Yeah.
I have to check.
I'm going
If not, there was definitely something else on today, which I forgot to mention in the news section, and that is that I think there's some Jean-Michel Jarre thing on right now in...
Okay.
I forget what country he's gone to. He's gone to some country, and he's doing some live thing. Someone will know about it anyway. But I think that's on right now as we speak. Right, what there's kind of something. Okay, so JX3 said no tonight, at least not planned anyway. But yeah, there is definitely a Jean-Michel Jarre thing on. Yeah.
Hope it's better than that one virtual one you did. That was terrible.
He's done some good things, and he's done some not so good things. I think that's the thing. He's always trying to do things that are kind of out there and new.
Yeah, that's good. I mean,
that's we all want that, don't we?
Yeah.
There's no point just repeating.
That one got canceled though. He had the one for the 2000 celebration. He was going to do in the desert somewhere, and that one failed. That one didn't get off.
The best one that he ever did, I feel, was the concert in China. That's, I feel like, hands down.
The concert in China.
That was the best he ever did.
Box.
Yeah.
I really.
Although the one in Moscow was cool with the projections on the buildings and stuff. That was pretty cool.
Well, the one in Houston was good, right?
That one used all the skyscrapers. Yeah.
I think he broke some Guinness World Records with.
I think it was the biggest concert ever. Yeah, at the time.
Yeah. But the actual music side of things, like visuals and everything, the Houston probably ticks the box. But the music side of things, Concert in China was incredible. And
Oh
the
yeah,
way,
he did the stuff with the orchestra. Yeah, it was great.
yeah, that's what I was going to say, Andy. The way he integrated it with the traditional Chinese instruments in the orchestra and everything, I thought it was crazy good. And I don't think there's enough information about how long that took him and how much he had to work with them. I'm sure it would have been a big undertaking. I'm sure it would have been.
Well, it's shows like that and the Peter Gabriel stuff that got me into doing the world fusion stuff. I like doing the world fusion music.
Oh,
stuff.
Peter Gabriel's amazing in it. Yeah, it's
fun.
really good. Yeah. The world, what does he call it? The world, there was a name for it. The sound. Real world.
Oh.
Was that it?
Real World's the
World.
studio. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's down the road.
There's
It's
also
not far
part of-
from here.
He was part of WOMAD too, I think, the World of Music and Dance.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, for a
He
lot
wasn't-
of years. Yeah.
He wasn't the first, but he was one of the early adopters to get sort of all those different vocals from all around the world and you know, sort of weird instruments and things like that. I really loved it. It was really good.
Well, that Passion soundtrack is one of the best things ever. If I could have worn a CD out, that'd be worn out.
Yeah.
That crazy soundtrack.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the album that I really liked that he did.
Birdie, you did a good job on Birdie also. Did you see the Birdie soundtrack?
Birdie was a good album.
Nicholas. Yeah.
Yes, Biscuit is. It's between Bristol and Bath. It's a place called Box. It's just outside of Box. It's a small village.
Where was it?
There's a great tour of the Real World Studios on the CD-ROM he came out with, one of his first CD-ROMs, and actually Nick Batt worked on that.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's called-
So the album that I was thinking of, Andy, and there's a lot of songs on this album that completely are commercial, and it's not really where I was going with it. But there's one track on this album that really kind of set him off onto that sort of world, you know, instrument voice type thing, you know, and that's a song called Mercy Street.
Oh yeah.
On the So album, but if you look at the rest of the
So,
So
yeah.
album,
So,
it
yeah.
was all sort of commercial stuff. Like had Sledgehammer.
Well, it had some. He had
Yeah.
Sue and Dore doing like West African vocals, and so there's a mix of world music in that album.
Yeah, and that's
In
where
your
it kind of-
eyes, it's very
in your eyes. Yeah,
African.
that's where it kind of started, isn't it? From there, and then it went.
Yeah.
Well, he used that
I-
proceeds from So to build Real World Studios.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I liked the first 4 albums, the ones that are just the Peter Gabriel albums. Those were always my favourite. Those first 4 albums.
Oh, you like Salisbury Hill?
So was the biggest seller, I think, and I although it is full of hits, I liked it less, really.
Oh, I think In Your Eyes is a good song. I think
Yeah, and the song with
Don't-
Gloria Anderson
Don't Give
was
Up
good.
with
Yeah. Kate Bush.
Kate Bush.
Kate Bush.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a
great.
good song.
It just
Laurie
just
Anderson
liked
had
it
the,
for some reason.
bonus
Just
track.
liked it less.
Oh, Laurie Anderson and Peter Gabriel. Yeah, that's the
The bonus track at the end.
yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't on the cassette. You had to get the no, it was on the album. You had to get the cassette or the CD or something like that.
Excellent Birds.
forgot.
Excellent Birds.
yeah.
That's what it was
Excellent
called.
Birds,
Yeah.
Track 9. Yeah.
Passion was the one you were talking about, wasn't it, Andy?
Yeah, that was kick ass. For Last
Yeah.
Temptation of Christ, with Martin Scorsese.
Yeah.
Cool.
That is
Amazing soundtrack.
really, really good album. Definitely. And you could the music in it is just incredible. Really, really
It's
incredible.
everything. It's like Burundi drummers and Middle Eastern percussion and
Yeah.
flutes
And the
it's
vocals
just it's crazy.
Yeah, the vocals
Yeah.
But the way it's mixed and produced and just everything about it, it's really good. Definitely.
Yeah.
And yeah. Anyway. I'm probably going to have to end the show. Yeah.
Mhm.
Indeed.
We're gonna have to pumpkinize.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have already.
Pumpkin eyes. Get it? See what I did there?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, wow.
Get help.
Okay.
Get help.
Obviously. Yes. Yes. I passed my expiry
Stop
date,
it.
obviously.
Get some help.
There you go. Sorry, Vicky. You just don't like it when I press that button. Don't press that, Vicky.
In fact, I was just yesterday. We were talking about the Halloween stuff. Steve Jobs' widow continues the tradition of decorating his house in Palo Alto to have all the whenever people come by, it's like this had a haunted farm, like a not haunted, sorry, alien farm. So like an alien ship crashed in this little barn, and they had alien creatures and a kind of Area 51 kind of experimental lab thing there. It was pretty crazy. They had a tripod creature there. They had all kinds of stuff out in front of this house. So they spend like, I don't know,
That's a good
probably
sense of humor.
$50K for this stupid thing. And it's amazing looking.
Alien nativity, yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah,
With money to burn. Awesome. All right. Well,
Right.
guys, press record. That's the
Definitely.
the
Always.
thing that we always say at the
Repeatedly.
end of our show. Press record and see what happens from there. Enjoy the rest of your Saturdays. Tomorrow I get to sleep in.
Yay.
Yeah. Yep. The club has managed to still string me along for doing soccer coaching, though. We're doing trials now.
Oh.
Yes.
But at least reasonable hours.
I'm going to have to send them an invoice. The amount of hours that I have done this year at that club is crazy. Anyway, we can't. Bo humbug, hey, Ian, right?
So you get to kick kids out and stuff.
Oh,
You can be
humbug.
the bad guy.
Well, I'm part of the selection board for the trials, so yeah.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good and it's bad. Parents will always whinge no matter what you do, whether you do.
Please
good-
tell me one time at least you played the Tell Me He's Dreaming clip when a kid wants to get on the team. So just once.
It's swimming around in my head, let me tell you.
Just carry the sound box with you. And then,
Yeah.
Internal monologue.
But yeah. We'll get stuck into the rest. Darren, I am going to see if I can try and get that WeTransfer link for you because I know you said you couldn't use Dropbox for some reason, so I'll try and get that sorted tomorrow.
Yeah, WeTransfer
Yeah,
works
the reason
well.
I can't use Dropbox. But there's a thing with WeTransfer which I found out. The reason why I can't get the Dropbox is until I get my new computer, I can't. It won't let me take any Dropboxes because on the old install any with the old browser, you see, or anything to do with my old OS,
Yeah.
which is the pain. WeTransfer now it used to be all free. I think it was something like 5 gig. You could send as many as long as it was not above 5 gig.
Yeah.
But now they'll only let you down. They'll only let you transfer, I think, 3 times in that month.
Ah.
Yeah. That's okay. I'll just do it once.
Which I
Yeah, and it's just slightly smaller,
but just so
smaller
you
file
know,
size as well, up to 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
weird.
3 gig.
yeah,
I
because
think now.
I was sending some Waves in the Parks videos out, and I just thought, I'll use WeTransfer, and then once I'd sent 3, and I'd gone past that
Yeah,
amount,
you have to
I
wait.
couldn't send any more until the next month without paying for everything.
Just on that point with Dropbox, though, you don't need to use the app of Dropbox to download a link that's been given to you through Dropbox. You can actually just use your browser to download only.
Yeah.
Or use box.com. The initial setup is free. Yeah.
But when I link on that, when I try to drag it from there, it goes my browser is not up to date. But I can't up to date my browser because of my OS.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
So it's WeTransfer is 10 transfers a month, but they've got to be 3 gigabytes a month. So no more than 3 gigabytes in that
2
month.
thresholds.
Yeah,
So that's
I want them to
that's quite
change that.
small.
Can we do it? Let's have a quick look.
Yeah.
We used it a ton for Clownfest. I've sent stuff to Piero, and I guess they changed the policy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have not this year because I was like, I'll just send
This
all this
year,
stuff
yeah.
out. WeTransfer is kill. But you're sort of
It's probably
limited
because
to
of
either
Piero.
3
He used
gig.
that feature too much and made it not free anymore.
Yeah, tell him off then,
Yeah.
because I used to use that.
It's funny.
Utopia Stems is... We're good. It's 725 meg. We are good.
Easy. Fits under a gig.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll WeTransfer that to you, Darren.
Okay,
Hooray.
okie dokie. And then Chris, you'll be on the track tomorrow. It's actually it'll be live when I play it live. It's just that I'm editing it, so the live version will be slightly different, obviously, because I have to play it live.
Right.
It has to be different. So this is going to be more of a track version. But it'll be the same thing I play live.
So I get 2 surprises. One
Yeah,
tomorrow and one
when I play it live,
the next
everyone.
team on.
Whenever,
Sweet.
Yeah. Whenever I play it live, yeah, it's a massive setup. This thing that's coming because it's doing lights and stuff with this whole setup. So
Cool.
So that's taking time. But yeah,
Awesome.
so that's tomorrow,
Looking
everyone.
forward to it. Yeah.
All right.
Forward to that. Yep.
Enjoy.
Okay, gentlemen. It's been a
Bye,
pleasure.
everyone.
All right, buddy. Good stuff.
Bye, everybody.
I'll take care.
Bye.
So-
Bye.
See you next Saturday.
All right.